Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. Sorry about that, everyone. That was nuts. A little bit of client issues, but I think we're all squared away now. Everyone say hello again.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Just so to keep this continuity rolling, I'm going to give a brief recap. The guys made a planetfall. They got ran off the road by gangers. They had to hoof it to the precinct. They had to fight off a mob. They had to fight off a rogue servitor. And eventually they made it to the precinct where they found their office. A did a whole bunch of cool ass research. Eventually, and Bruce tried to get tried to be persuasive, in giant air quotes, of other Arbites to help them with their research. They weren't having it. He tried to help a fellow a mutant, and they weren't having that until they got Juliet involved. And now they are currently in their office in the precinct 82-4 going over some research they have found. So
I
take
I
it
just
away,
realized
boyos.
I just realized we never checked that servitor or found out what that was about. We should probably follow that up. That's
I
like
mean, I wanted to investigate it, but everyone was like, no.
I don't think it. Well, were we? I don't know.
We just all
Get-
kind of left, is what happened.
Yeah, I think we were all just like, get us out of this fucking shithole.
We're done with this place.
Is there maybe? Can you like, I don't know, cameras or something? I suppose we could go back and try and find it because that could be really important if servitors can be hacked to find us. That's
But we didn't have any kind of like equipment to use to
yeah.
check it.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Is he didn't have like a USB port to insert into. But I mean, we probably should have taken the body still. That was probably an oversight.
That was a big body, sir.
Oh, big boy.
Your ribs were broken.
Well, you know, there's a few of us. We probably could have
Not
managed
a
it. We got
shame.
like power armored people.
Oh,
and-
we all got new cards.
Oh, well, hold
Nice.
on. I'm recalling.
Now I want those.
I
Give
want
them
those
back.
cards. What are you talking about?
But I reckon, yeah. I mean, I wonder.
Everyone should have a campaign card. Everyone should have 2 grath for the start of the game.
Oh.
Yep.
Hello, old friend.
I got the card
Hello,
where I
my
made an
old
Eldar cry.
friend.
I think. Yeah, I mean, where do we want to go? What is the plan?
Not die.
Not die.
Okay, actually, sorry, I remember something I wanted to do as Bruce. I think I'm gonna, after Ed has shown me the symbol, I want to go and inspect it, like do a scholar test. I want to have a look at it and be like, does this match up with any dark tongue runes or glyphs or anything like that?
You have that language. It's definitely not part of that language. I'm just gonna straight up tell you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just for new people, if you're listening, Bruce is Sharkman. He's a mutant. He's a scabby, per the archetype scabby. A good friend Casper here. He is basically a Tempesta Scion. He's actually Maccabean Genisar, but we're using the archetype of Tempesta Scion. Shenna is our sister of battle. And our Mac is playing Jakta, our actual Scavy, who has a techno fetish. So yeah.
But I'm not a scavy.
Not
He's a
Scavy.
scummy.
Sorry, Ganger. You're a Ganger.
How dare you?
Yeah, he's a Ganger. But
basically
anyways,
a
back
Scavy.
to your question. It's definitely not a part of the language. As for Scholar, what's your Scholar rating?
Sorry, my cat is continually jumping up into my tower.
Yep.
This
You're putting a
cannot
little
be
bed
had,
up
but
there,
I
so-
will. My rating? Do
Yeah.
you want to just roll or
Not roll. What is just the rating of Scholar?
7?
You have 7 points in Scholar.
That's right.
This is
This
my
is-
incredulous face.
I don't believe him either.
I mean, you could look. Feel free to check my notes.
Yes, I'll have it go check Bruce's notes. So your Scholar is you have 4.
10 points. Well worth the investment.
Wow.
Well,
he's
I was mainly
more
because
well-learned
I wanted
than
to be
expected.
more. I wanted to be more than just intimidate, man.
Okay, sure.
The,
He
Right,
keeps
yeah.
his monocle in
Well,
his back
since
pocket.
Bruce is like taking the picture and is actively looking at it, yeah, I will give you a roll. I will not say this roll will be pretty rough for you. No,
Okay.
because I know what keywords you have, and that modifies the difficulty.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I will. Sorry, I have to go back there to roll. It's the joint thing. So let me do that, and then you can look at my attribute.
You got,
Oh,
you
is
go
that
very
good
well. Go very well.
Mm.
That is
Oh,
5,
almost
6,
perfect.
7, 8. Jesus. All right, that's very impressive. So
Yes, well, I think you can trace this symbol back to ancient Greece, where it was first used by the Mycenae people.
yeah,
Before the
actually,
floor.
yeah, there's some familiarity to it. You are suspecting definitely has some occult connotations. This stuff is dealing with some things that one of your original, not your home, but you knew people around your original um, enclave of scabies and mutants, uh, especially beastmen, like the ones that are very similar to you in that they had, but you didn't truck with that crowd. Um, they went into lower and deeper parts of the hive. They dealt with sort of looking for like mystical and religious significance. This definitely has significance. The idea of having 7 points and 7 dots is absolutely significant. This definitely has the markings of a cult. This is a cult thing. Um,
Okay.
it has no power unto itself.
Okay.
Currently in its state, so it's not like it was used as part of a ritual or anything. This may just be a symbol, a representation of their way. Um, but as to who and what, cults like this are many and varied. So this one looks similar, but not exactly like someone else's. So you couldn't like pinpoint exactly. And so that's the
Okay.
basic information that you have.
Okay.
And that pretty much ate all of yours to know this is a cult. This is significant. This is has or could be used for ritualistic purposes. Now, if that ritualistically like actually does something, you're not sure, but you'd have to be well versed in heretical knowledge in order to actually use it.
Okay. Well, I think I have an idea of what the 7 could mean. I will keep that under my hat for now.
I will go ahead and say just for edification for everyone listening at home and my players, you guys pretty much have never heard of the Big Four. That's not how
Yeah.
that works. You know of probably warp in that they're the immaterium and that there are things beyond the borders of reality, but man is not meant to know these things. To truck with them is heresy. To believe in anything like beyond the Imperial creed is heresy. Even though it can get kind of, there is some wiggle room because of saints and sort of like planetary interpretations, cultural interpretations of the Imperial creed. Overall, anything that's beyond that is very much heretical and up to being problematic and can damn one's soul. Um, Bruce, you definitely, if there's other information, I'll let you know later down the road. But you know, if you were to seriously work with this stuff, it would start running you down that path.
Okay.
Just
I
a
think I might.
quick
Sorry,
question.
go on.
Yeah.
Since I seem to somehow have lost track of where we were.
Yeah.
What exactly was he examining?
The symbol.
The symbol.
The
Okay.
what Aid was trying to maneuver over the various slices.
Yeah, the
And
weird star thing.
he couldn't nail it down how it went, and maybe it's information he doesn't have. Like there's a piece of a map that he doesn't have, or there's something missing on the maps that you do have, or he just hasn't found the right map.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think with that, I'm going to turn back to the party and be like, "Hey lads, this looks like some. Oh, well, I've seen this stuff before. It's not the most savory kind of symbols and scrollings. I'd say this indicates some sort of properly organized group, if that helps out at all." And then I die. Oh god, I die. Oh. Ugh.
care to elaborate on that subject?
Oh no. Yeah. Well, look, I've actually got a bit of history with reading about the sort of less, you know, all the bad stuff in the Imperium that we try to get rid of. Yeah, I'm pretty versed in that for guiding and such. But look, I'll tell you what. Basically, these guys are probably pretty serious. We're talking possibly, organized cult level of insurrection. Though this is probably more than just local, or if it is just local, these are some incredibly prepared people. They know their stuff.
Lots of fire.
Right? No, I think that sounds like a plan.
So let me look at some other people's character sheets and some keywords. So Juliet, I think I know. Yeah, I don't. Pretty.
So what other leads do we have to follow up on? We should probably do something about the servitor.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
think
my
it-
sheet's being hijacked. It's a
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah. And
I think it'd be worthwhile finding out like all the recent attacks and stuff, like all these, like, and trying to figure out a pattern there. Might be good. I don't know how we do that. I guess we just literally look through documents and be like, eh.
So,
We
Jacta,
asked that last week.
what?
Yeah, I think we did actually.
Well, what's up?
I don't think it.
Going
We
through
asked
documentation.
about
You,
that last week, like if there was any kind of pattern.
yeah,
of-
he couldn't fight
Every
it
time.
with this. There's likely a pattern. There is something here, but you need more information. You've only been doing this for a couple of hours. You haven't This is likely you need access to other archives, deeper archives, things that these guys have not had time or the energy to collect. Obviously, there's been a lot of chaos, lowercase c chaos going on, and so they don't have. These guys they work well, but they are only so many, and they've got a lot of other fires to put out. So this looks like if you want more information, you're going to have to go collect the information yourself. That you've been able to put this much probably together this quickly is, I don't put it mildly, a godsend. As in, just literally, it's sort of like divine aid, and even to some weird lesser extent, Bruce's interpretation of what's going on is very miraculous. Like, it's sort of serendipitous. You guys seem to be clicking with all the right information at the right time.
I just realized. I think I'm gonna turn to new scabby friend and be like, "What's your name, mate? Sorry, I was getting distracted. The
He's just
paperwork
been
over
sitting
there."
there, kind of just like
Yeah.
watching you guys as you talk, and he's like, Jaren? I'm Jaren. Hi. And he waves with his little fastidial hand. Just
no.
so you know, he's very disproportioned. His head is normal, his chest is relatively normal, but he's got a gargantuan left arm and a very shriveled right hand, right arm. One of his legs, like his right leg's a little bit taller and bigger longer than the other. So he sort of waddles and walks very oddly. And so he's just been sitting there, kind of like. And so to refresh everyone's memory, he was arrested for stealing goods from a warehouse down near the Underhive. And the precinct that he was dealing with was too busy, so they moved him up here.
Okay, I think we're gonna be like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Jaren, mate. Tell us about yourself."
I'm here and I'm hungry.
Okay. Well, I can sort that out. I want to give him some rations that I have.
Sure.
I have like only two.
He takes it and
Flick in half.
he unpeels the small tin can and just kind of scarfs it down like very crudely and very ravishly, like this guy hasn't eaten in probably a couple days. Um, um, he's very thin. He's not desiccated, but he's just thin, and he's just a guy who doesn't get to eat every day, and he starts scarfing it down, and it takes him a few moments while he does that. Jekta, please roll scholar for me. Intelligence plus scholar.
Oh boy.
The roll won't be that bad for you.
I was also just gonna say, I was gonna like show him the 2 ampules of midnight and be like, "Tell me, do you know anything about this, mate?"
Are you
But
talking
we can
about
do that
Jared?
after. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give you in a second.
yeah, no worries.
2
Just before I forgot.
icons.
2 icons.
Whoa.
Yeah, with some more thinking and maybe a little more research, the things that Bruce was talking about, this is starting to your nose is twitching about this. This is stuff that's familiar, in a more
Nice.
personal way than you would like.
My scabby senses are tingling.
Like,
But nothing in particular comes
no
to
no
mind.
specific detail. Maybe if you get
Okay.
more information, you'll be able to conjure up more. But those were traumatic times, and you don't remember
Okay.
everything.
All right.
But
It's horrible.
back to you guys.
Sorry.
He's like he after he scarps the food down, and you're like, hey, what are these? That's the new stuff. Yeah.
What do you mean new stuff? Like this is
It's
how new?
New, like a couple years, maybe a year or two. I don't know.
Okay, what does it what does it
year
do,
is it? I
mate?
don't even know what year it is.
What does this stuff do?
I've never touched it. The drugs don't really work on me.
Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by that, mate.
Well, they
I'm
just
glad to see
don't.
that you're keeping a straight edge. You know.
Not intentional, but whatever. Are you guys gonna keep me? What are you guys gonna do with me?
Yeah,
He,
no, I think you're our
looks
friend.
at
I think you're our friend
He
now.
looks at the
I think
sister of battle, and it looks at the Maccabi and Genisar, which he doesn't even know what a Maccabi and Genisar is. He just looks at the scary dude in the silver mask, and he's just looking at him, going, looks back and forth between you two, then looks back to Bruce.
There's
Yeah,
something
mate.
on my face.
What'd you say? I'm
Well, I
sorry, I
guess
couldn't hear you.
Is there something on my face?
No. And you just look back at the sister of battle now, and he's like, oh, I guess.
No.
And he looks to Juliet, and he's like, thanks for getting me out of there. I guess I'm still under arrest.
I guess so. But it's okay because we're friends.
Friends, I like friends. You want to be my friend? That's a little weird.
I think that all depends on what on how you can help us out, mate.
It's
Tell me, where could you get this stuff? Where could you get this midnight?
I
Oh,
know
God.
a few people. They're not around here because I don't live around here. But
What, we talking lower levels? Or what?
Yeah, that's easier to get it down there because the suppressors don't go down there, or they won't go down there in like big raids and stuff. They don't walk the streets.
Who makes it?
That I don't know, but my memory could be jogged.
What? Listen here, you bloody little snitch. You're lucky we're not going to kick your ass. Right?
Okay. I can find out, but I have to leave.
Okay, well,
I can't.
we can also follow you. How does that sound?
Yeah, you realize how long it would take me to get down there, right?
Well, I mean,
It would take me.
what if
like,
we had a
over
brand
day
new
or
fixed
two.
up car?
And if they found even like any one of you guys following me, I'm dead. They'll shoot me in the face.
What, even me? I mean,
Yeah, even
Come on,
you.
man.
They don't know you.
come on, brother.
They do
Who's
not know
they?
you. The people I know,
Okay, but like, who are they though?
like random gangers who sell drugs, or the stuff that as he looks around, wandering like he's looking for a camera or a microphone or something.
Who
and
they
he's
who
like,
they work for?
I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. Do you want me to find out? I have to leave.
Okay, I think I'm a little bit anxious about you going around on your own. You know,
Uh,
mainly because you could
you're
just
anxious.
you
I'm
know,
anxious.
never come back.
So,
Yeah, it's true. I could never
Question.
come back. But I mean, you saved me, so I owe you
Question.
that much. Yeah.
Based on how he's acting, and this is clearly like this is not just some like random person. Like this is a scabby. This is somebody who would be probably fairly intimately familiar with the way things work in the hive.
Well,
the lower
he's
hive.
probably very familiar with the way things. He's definitely not civilian, but he definitely knows people. That doesn't.
But I mean, he would know enough to survive, like who not to mess with,
Yes,
where to go to get
yes.
food, things
He
like
would-
that.
at
So my
lea-
question is,
at least in his territory, yeah.
does it sound like he's feigning ignorance on a lot more than he actually does?
He's scared. Roll insight if you've got intelligence insight.
Intelligence, insight.
Yeah, this is not
I think inside is actually fellowship.
or
unfortunately.
fellowship, whatever one is it tied to.
It's the same regardless for me.
Okay.
So, ooh,
Oh,
all those
maybe
ones.
maybe
So
chuck a wrath.
two. Yeah, why not? I'll spend a wrath.
Okay, you only got 2.
Re-rolling 3 of those. So let me take one. That get out of here. Drop it on the board, and then I could just delete it, right?
Yeah, just delete it. So
Well,
that
I
was,
think going down into the other hive is our only lead so far. That won't just be us wandering around aimlessly.
well, you're talking
we
about
can
it
at
in
least-
character, so
No, you know, I'm sorry.
try
I'm
to
saying
keep
this
it
out of
try to
character.
keep it in character as much as possible. If you guys really want
So
to
that
talk,
would give me 3 successes.
3 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 total.
Yikes.
This guy definitely, like most people who live on technically on the other side of the law, they don't like saying too much, because that means they'll blab to other people and probably
Mhm.
blab to the wrong people. And he likes you, but he definitely does not know you, and he doesn't know what you want out of him precisely. And you are asking him to give up secrets for nothing, which that's not how that works.
So, knowing this, I'm gonna like edge a little bit closer and like. At first, like I start to go put my arm one arm around him, but then like I realize that I'm on the other side where he's got like his big side, so I
Yeah.
go around to the other side.
Yeah.
And I put it like on his shoulder, and I'm gonna slip him a wealth.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You
And
can.
I'm just gonna tell him, nothing to worry about, friend. Just looking for some information on where I might be able to acquire some of my own.
He looks at the sort of the thrones you've given him, because that's kind of what that's what the Imperium uses, is thrones. Typically, there's a lot of variation, but he looks at it and goes, "Well, okay. As long as I'm get this and I'm not arrested, sure. Um, Getting back to where I don't know where you guys are gonna be at, and I don't particularly feel like coming back here.
Look, I might. How about this? How about you take us to the hive? We all get out of our, you know, inquisitorial garb. We just wear some
His
civvy
eyes
skivvies and-
go huge. Like, you have never seen a man's eyes get that wide. But what'd you say?
Look, I know you're anxious, mate, but we had a pretty cool car chase on the way over here, and like, you know,
Hey,
I give Bruce the deadest robot stare ever.
like what'd you say again?
all right. I meant to say we get out of our, you know, duds because we're inquisitive people. We have inquisitive duds.
Oh,
Because we're asking questions and stuff.
Roll deception. Roll
Do
deception.
I get a penalty for being a scav or not?
No. I will modify the roll based on good role play and stuff.
Oh,
You're
Yeah.
a terrible liar.
Wrath it. Do it.
No, well, he
Ugh.
got one. He got one. Now
I
you could
could
you could
wrath
wrath
it,
it to try to get more. You got one because a 4, 5, and 6 is gives you icons.
I just worry about a big combat or something.
Eh,
That's what I feel like we need.
That's a part of this
Wrath.
game.
That's hey. Well,
No, I
welcome to
know.
resource management. Haha. You're not gonna be
Yeah.
good. Here's the kicker.
No,
this
I think I won't wrath it. I think
Okay.
we just let it sit, and then someone else who's smarter than me can convince him. Like,
Well, something about gaming philosophy you have to understand is being good at something, being bad at something. You're not always going to You're not always going to be the best you can be at everything. That's just,
yeah.
characters have strengths and they have weaknesses, and sometimes how you role play determines
Yeah.
if those strengths and weaknesses come up. Unfortunately,
no,
Bruce,
exactly.
you're playing Bruce in a very social way, which means you're
Yeah.
leaning on some of his weaknesses. So
Right.
that's just
I'm a
how
nice
that
guy.
goes.
I turned from looking at Bruce back
he
to
doesn't. He does look a little like confused. Like maybe he thought he misheard you. Like maybe you're not sure.
Hey, incidentally, mate, have some more money.
he doesn't speak very good low Gothic. Now, as you were saying, I believe you were going to introduce me to some of the fellows down below.
Well, yeah, I can, but I gotta like be able to contact you. It's not like I have anything fancy. He's basically barely wearing clothes. So
Yeah, can we get him a box? Maybe.
don't give me a
I
box
mean, we'd
because
have
I'll
to
be
do
dead.
like an
I'll be dead
influence.
within a day.
Hey, Emperor's finest. He looks over to Abe. You still got that map?
It's right here in front of me on the table.
By one map, by that map, you mean a dozen or so maps? Sure.
Oh yeah, but it's maps of the hive, right?
Yeah, multiple.
I
I have an entire
I
binder of them.
I walk him over to him and I point. I'm like, give us location.
He looks and he's like, okay.
My steel face looks at him.
He's like, he's really trying to ignore you and like try to concentrate on what he's trying to do. And he's like, all right, there. In 4 days, give me four chrono shifts, aka days. Meet me here, and he sort of marks on the map.
Do I get the impression that he's lying to me?
No.
Yeah, I don't know how we feel about that.
He seems on the up. I mean, he's already paid him, and you got him out. He's not going to be arrested, so he's like, sure, why not?
He's just gonna leave.
Yeah,
Whatever.
like, even he could just be even outside of like, you know, him being a stand-up bloke or whatever. He could just be killed by something in the Underhive.
Now,
We
just
never
out of
know.
curiosity, is this guy wearing anything that would resemble like ganger clothes?
No, I mean, no. This
No.
guy's
So he's very
now,
he's
got
very much
tattoo-
looks like a
now he's got tattoos and stuff, but maybe they symbolize that he wasn't a gang or he's a part of like he's connected to a certain group, but that's very local stuff, things that you are not aware of. He definitely does not have that symbol on him. Just because
Okay.
I know you're probably thinking that.
Does he have any of the tattoos that I saw on the other gangers that attacked us?
Maybe one or two, but not.
Okay.
But again, these types of people run in very similar circles. So
Okay.
Jack, I think you're scaring him.
That's the point.
you guys
And then
want me to scare me. I'm already scared. So good job.
so you take that that nice bit of creds there, and you go find your friends, and you meet us over here. And he points on the map where he showed us earlier.
Yeah.
In 4 days, and he holds up his fingers. 4 days.
He instead of like doing his vestigial, which is his vestigial one is one he gestures a lot with. He rarely moves the big arm, but then he does actually gestate with the big arm, and he pulls up 4 giant fingers. And he's like, these fingers are like half the size of your forearm. They're gargantuan, and he's like, yeah, I can at least count.
All right. And what's going to happen if you don't meet us in 4 days?
I'm probably dead.
Probably, or you will be.
Look, we weren't going to say anything.
I mean, anyways, thank you for letting me out. Can I go now? Can I skedaddle?
Yeah, piss off, mate.
I let go of him.
He's like, and then he sort of walks out, and like he gets across the threshold of the door and is like expecting you guys to just like yank the chain and like go after him or something, and he starts then tentatively walking down and just fucking bolts.
He's running, get him.
And then promptly gets arrested at the gate again.
That was nice. It was nice to have a friend.
It's nice having a nice guy on the planet.
Now let's see if he survives the next 4 days.
Oh, he's just going to be eaten by like a hive groper or something. Like just on the way back down.
Groper.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a sand groper.
Oh, I thought it was like a flasher. Like, what?
That's what I was thinking too. Like some dude in a trench coat's just gonna show up and like,
these are chaos. These are chaos. It's a chaos being. It's actually a portal to the immaterium. Anyways, so you guys left. Actually, at this point, I'm gonna say most of you guys are really starting to get tired. Like the space lag, for lack of a better term, is starting to hit you hard. Which is your bodies and minds are set at a certain clock, and that clock is not set to whatever the time period of this planet is yet. It will take you a week or two to kind of readjust. So you are starting to get hungry and tired.
Well, okay. I could use something to eat. What about you fellas?
Yes.
Shall we go out?
Let's go out and get some food.
Sounds good. Can we, I don't know.
To the cafeteria.
Nah, let's go out. Let's eat actual food. I don't want to eat.
I don't think this place has a mess hall.
Actually, correction, Mr. Military Man. Yeah, something like this would have a mess hall. It's big enough that it would absolutely have food stores. Because if they ever get sieged, like the actual thing would get sieged, they would have to have stores in order to like survive. And they're kind of in a state of panic/war right now, anyways. They would definitely have food around. But as a reminder, because it has been a week, Hellreich said that eventually he was going to come back or to show you to your apartment that has been sequestered for you.
I grab some grub and
the rest
come
of you
back here.
By all means, I shall stay here and wait for Hellreich.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Did you just call me a dog?
No, it's an okie dokie, mate. It's a colloquial expression. It means okay.
So who's going off to get food?
I'd like to get food.
I am.
Okay.
I'll stay here.
Okay. So the two.
Also, it'll be interesting to look around the Arbides station to see what else they've got in here.
Okay. Sure. You guys head off.
Yeah.
You guys wait for Hellreich. What are you doing while you're waiting for Hellreich?
Or research.
Yeah, I was actually going to continue working on maps and going through the archives.
You're still grinding away on it. You're not making headway. I'm just going to let you know you've exhausted the resources you've got currently.
Okay. Then he'd clean his weapons. Then, if it's just
absolutely.
pastime, he would just clean his armor and weapon.
Yep, sure.
Leave his helmet on at all times,
No.
just because it's.
You
You
should
doing
totally
anything
case.
specific?
you guys should totally talk to all the
Like,
cops.
straightening up the room because it's dusty and everything is everywhere.
Yeah, you start organizing. Actually, you're lifting a couple big boxes because you're in power armor, so it absolutely helps you lift anything that's heavy. So you're like, get under the desk by just lifting the desk up with like one arm. It's a big metal desk, and actually you're doing that, and you suddenly realize one of your joints locks up in the power armor, and you just look down, and one of your indicators of your power armor is it's starting to get low on power. It doesn't have it's not as robust as, let's say, an Astartes armor, which is designed to work for days, if not weeks at a time. Yours actually needs to be recharged every day or two of active use.
Ooh.
Can I, like, get out of my armor and put a robe on or something?
Oh
and
yeah,
find
you've
somewhere
got
to
clothes
charge it?
underneath. You've got clothes on underneath. You got simple
I hope
clothes
so.
on underneath.
Ugh.
But you definitely need a power station, either similar to what Jacta and Aid has done with his hell shot, or generally most municipal places, it's designed to, if you're ever in a like war zone, if you have simple generator power, you should be able to hook it up without much problem. So you can charge it here, you can start charging it here, or you can wait. It's up to you. You've got a couple more hours of power before it starts completely shutting down.
I think I should charge it here to be on the safe side.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you pop out. You actually see her like get in, and then she starts. You hear popping, clicking. And you're wondering where it's coming from. It's coming from Juliet as pieces start pop, and when pop, then click, and then she actually takes it and pulls off piece by piece the outer some of the outer exoskeleton, and then she then she finally opens up the inner chest piece and some of the leg, like the thigh pieces, and she actually starts maneuvering herself out of the armor. You've never seen power armor before. Like, you know of it, you've seen it in active use, but you've never seen anyone get in and out of it because that's not something you have been actively trained in. And so it's kind of interesting. She actually loses about 6 inches of height because the power armor makes her that much taller and bigger.
I would say for an average guardsman that would be fun to watch, but for Aid, because he's just the way he is, when he heard the noise, he would have looked over, but then just would have went back to what he was doing, just because he.
Yeah. And after a few moments, you hook up the power supply to the power generator, or the the external port that's similar to what A did, and it starts. You start looking at the indicators in You've got 2 areas. One is like sort of on the inner forearm, and one is actually just below your visual sight, like a visor. Because you can wear a helmet. It gets up in your helmet, as well as like a lower. If you have your helmet off, there's a lower display as well, like just below your vision, like your chin. If you look down, you'll see it, and it starts reading up and starting to go up.
Okay.
It does feel good to be out a little bit. It's perfectly fine and functional, but there is a little bit of weight. There's a little bit of constrictness to it. It's power armor, so you get out. You continue cleaning and doing all the normal stuff, but you're like, wow, the
lifting up things.
The world is 6 inches bigger. Like, everything just got bigger just because you're not as tall. All right, so my 2 chuckleheads are off getting food. After some wrong turns and a couple of like, hey, where's the grub? And people gruffly pointing you in a certain direction, you do get into a moderate mess hall. There are Arbites and Adepts all sort of moving around, getting up, getting down. This is pretty busy. This is pretty stock standard stuff. There's nothing fancy. This is mush and maybe some very primitive, simple breads, and maybe some general like recaf and or light liquor, like heavily processed liquor is the main drink, and you sort of go through and start getting your food. This definitely is the idea that if you're here, you're supposed to be here type of situation. Though they definitely give people eye Bruce as he walks through, and then sit.
Have a good look. I think
You actually
be
say
a
that?
different person. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, ah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of suppressors who just like, mm,
I want to do it back.
okay. Roll intimidate for me.
Okay,
Oh, jeez.
here we go.
Bruce can't help himself.
Look, someone has to fight injustice. Nice.
Someone
I currently have a 5, and I'm considering re-wrathing.
Okay.
Fact.
And Brucey got.
I love how he's considering wrathing this, but he didn't want to wrath the deceive.
Well,
He's got to represent, man. He's got to go all the way all the time.
I think I have a better chance at doing this, right? Like, no, but that's true. Not exactly mission critical.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things that aren't mission critical.
Yeah.
So
it's for RP.
Yeah, you stare this dude down, and he kind of you lock eyes for just a few, like a good 10 seconds, and he's like, "Fuck," and just kind of goes back to eating.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's eat.
You gonna kiss him?
Yeah, blow him a kiss. Mwah.
He just goes back to eating. You guys sort of sit down at a place, like one of the few tables off the side that nobody's really eating at. Just kind of looking around. There are a couple people that do look over here. They're not staring. They're just kind of like, oh, who are these new guys? I've never seen them around before. A couple of them are adepts. They're obviously like clerical adepts, people that are adjuncts from the Ministorum to the actual Arbites.
What kind of food are they actually serving here?
Mostly like
Gruel.
kind of like slightly better than gruel. Like it's got.
I'm just more curious. Is it like an actual prepared food, or is it more like they're handing me like an MRE or something?
More like an MRE, like a slightly fancy MRE.
I take several more than I need.
Well, they are strictly one person per. You get one per person. There's people manning the actual food.
Okay.
It's not like a package of things. It is literally a tray with some stuff on it.
Okay. And we can't
Come on,
just
don't shorthand me. Give me some more.
No.
Do it. Roll intimidate. Do it.
Can I make an influence test?
Sure. Yes. Influence test to get more, or persuasion. I'll let you get to get more food.
Persuasion.
This isn't like carryable food. It's not like in a pre-packaged, ready to carry out the door. This is on a tray.
No.
We're hungry.
Not at all.
Nope.
Oh.
She's like, nope. And you're like, yep, okay.
Well, this has been informative.
Yep. And you get your food, and then you sit down and you start eating. You see people coming and going. Yeah. So back to you two. While these two chuckleheads are eating, you are a little hungry, but you're doing okay. Hellwright does show up. He shows up 20, 30 minutes after they left. You don't know where the hell they went, so you don't know how long it will take them to get back. But he's sort of looking. He's still bandaged up from his injuries, but he seems to be in better spirits. He walks in through the door, and he's like, "Oh, I see you've gotten very comfortable here. That's very good."
We have
They're
found quite a
skipping
bit
on
of-
the food.
You're not there. You two are not.
Oh,
there.
sorry.
You say that to the sky.
I do.
He's like,
found quite a bit of information.
"Oh, good. Anything you would like to pass along to me? I maybe it'll be of help."
Yes, of course. He would show him towards the maps and all the binders, and he would show him the symbol.
This is very good work. I'm sad
Symbol.
that others have missed this. You have to remember, this was not my case. Was never my main case. Maybe I would have discovered what you have found, but very good work. All of you. Um, um, where do you intend to go from here?
We are currently awaiting the rest of our members, so we
Oh,
can just.
I meant in the investigation.
Would you elaborate?
Where does the lead take you?
To the Underhive, most likely.
Well, that's very typical for nefarious acts to be in a nefarious place. Good luck with that. Our Underhive is very unwelcoming, but I'm sure you all will adapt. You have some interesting individuals together. Um, once your others have returned from wherever they are, I will take you to your Hablock that has been requisitioned for you. It has already been furnished with some minor supplies and access. It's not
Very well.
it's not very far from here. It's several more clicks, but we'll be taking another convoy to get you there. And I have been told by reports that this one is clear.
Very good. I was just about to ask.
I'm making more precaution. I apologize for that. I don't know what that was all about.
Not at all.
Um,
Juliet, is there anything you'd like to add?
I would like to ask if we could get some food while we wait for the others to get back.
like, possibly. Give me a moment. And goes off, and he actually goes up to the wall, and he now notices that there's an intercom system. And he types in a few buttons, code that you don't know. And somebody pipes in a male voice goes, "Yes, how can I help you, sir?" And he's like, "Can I get some 2 plates, please? Room." And he gives off like a long digit of like level, room, district, all that stuff. And he's like, right away, sir." And several 10 minutes later, you guys, food has arrived. It's very much similar fare than probably what Bruce and Jack are eating. And he pulls out his own, like, obviously has a little pack, and he pulls out his own little snack, and he starts chewing on it. He's like, I don't have much to add. I could say, things have been tricky lately. There have been rumblings above my level about some of the nobles being in conflict with the governor. I don't know if this has any direct bearing, but maybe that is also something you can look into. Maybe it's something else that is worth investigating, but maybe not connected. I don't know. When the governors and the nobles don't get along, it seems to trickle down sometimes. Especially some of the houses that are a little more nefariously connected.
Noted.
Yep. And several minutes later, you guys are eating, making small talk, looking over paperwork. Bruce and Jacta show back up. It takes you guys a few minutes to get back because you're like, did we go left, right, up? Fuck. Okay, it's over this way. And then you eventually find your way back.
Hi, what's happening, lads? Oh, hi.
Oh, they have.
As I see,
Yeah, he
jerk face.
He gets up and sort of brushes himself off, straightens his coat, and he's like, "All right, good. You both have returned. I'm ready to take you to your Hablock now."
Oh, no. Lead the way, mate.
Very well. Are you all ready to go?
Yep.
Juliet
just
gets
don
back
my
into
armor.
her
Yeah,
armor.
it takes you a few minutes. It's gotten like the equivalent of like 3% of power. It takes a long time. It doesn't. It needs a good overnight charge to get fully back up and operational. But after that, it'll be several days before you need to recharge it again. So it's still mobile. It will get you where you're going, probably, assuming there's not any tremendous detours.
We should probably take some of the paperwork as well. Like anything We found important.
Yeah, good idea, Jules. I'll go and just start putting stuff in boxes.
He starts
Big-
putting stuff in boxes. Aid, he's messing everything up. He's messing up the entire
Yeah, just-
organization that you had.
Just like going whoosh. I don't know.
He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
He begins to say something and then just kind of like
Okay, let's go.
Woo Saba. Woo. The Emperor shows mercy. The Emperor shows mercy.
be angry at him for he is cursed.
So he shows you after you get a couple boxes that Bruce is actively carrying, with some of your information. You all start heading down. You basically go to a couple levels. You basically go to a garage where there's another similar armored vehicle that rolls out with you guys in it. There's actually two small sort of squad buggies that come with you. It's a little conspicuous, like people are gonna notice this rolling down the street, but he's obviously being safer than being sorry. And he takes you guys out. Unless you guys want to make small talk or say ask anything, we can zoom right over to the Hablock.
Yeah, hey, sorry. That car, is there any chance of us getting that back? We kind of need to be independently mobile.
No, especially since it nearly broke my neck when when whatever repairs you did failed and its axle came undone.
Told you wasn't ready.
We need
Maybe another car then in exchange for
something else could be requisitioned. It will. He pulls out and then he goes to the driver, starts talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah." And he pulls out a data pad, and then he starts flipping through it, and he hands it to Aid. He's like, "Fill out this. You'll be able to. It may take several days if we can get anything. If we have anything to spare."
Nice.
Very well. He
You
fills
look
it
over
out right on
It's
the spot.
basically an elaborate requisition form. Like, I need a vehicle, what type, make a lot of list of models and makes and stuff like this. But it's its own independent thing. It's not like an email where you send it off. You'd have to physically go take the data pad back and turn it into some scribe in order for them to start processing it.
All right, I got it.
Yeah. The internet and any sort of interconnectivity really doesn't exist in the 40K universe.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking if we had to fill it out now, not later.
Yeah, if you want the quicker you turn it in, the quicker it starts rolling.
Right.
Problem is, this paperwork's gonna take you about a couple hours to run through.
Yeah, so we'd probably work on it.
Okay,
And the
you
hub.
start buzzing through it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably hand it off to everybody else so they can also read through it.
Okay. Yeah. Bruce, it looked kind of like gibberish to you.
Oh, Land Raider. Sick.
Yeah, that's not in the options, but.
Oh no! Look, it's right here. I'm going to spend a narrative declaration. No, it's all right.
Yeah. It comes with it's a Land Raider, all right, with a full squad of Marines full squad of Black Templars that really don't like you. All right, so you guys fill out some forms, and then you roll up to this Hablock, which is this ends actually interesting because the front part of it is very large, open sort of corridor of buildings. Essentially, builds into the wall of the slices of the hive, and it rolls up, and you let out, and sort of you see various windows and gangplanks. So there's definitely multiple ways to in and out of this Hablock. It's not just like one exit, one entrance sort of situation. There's probably even more inside as it like buds off into other smaller buildings or offshoots. You can hear sort of the background noise of this area. It's it's slightly active, and it seems as you've gotten closer to this place, it's become more active. Near the precinct, it is definitely like everything is locked down. Nobody's walking the streets other than the suppressors and the arbites and all the cars. But the farther you got out, the more normal people you start seeing. You don't see a lot of these trash fires or any of these graffiti or anything like that. You actually see relatively normal activity or in this area. You see people on the streets, Imperial citizens, people to go and coming from work. Similar grim attitude, like grim demeanor about them, but overall normal. And he comes down the
Fancy.
gangplank. Um, um, the two suppressors that were with him are not with him. There are some. There's a handful of other suppressors that walk in with you guys, and he walks into the building itself. Y'all follow, I assume.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you make your way, and people do stop, and a couple people do stop and see you because not only is there a small
Have a look.
well, they're actually not looking at you. They're
Okay.
actually not looking at you. They don't seem to. It's remember everything is artificial light here, so
Yeah.
it's not like daytime where they can just see anything. It depends if you come and go from the shadows. They're actually looking at the convoy, and they're looking at Juliet because she's in power armor, which is a sight to behold, no matter who you are. Especially normal Imperial,
Bruce.
normal Imperial citizens don't. A giant woman in power armor. Nope, that's not a thing. That's not a thing you see every day.
Juliet flexes her guns for them.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, and they're just kind of watching and kind of stunned. They're not scared. They don't seem scared. But they're definitely not doing anything. They're just kind of awestruck by it. And then you guys make your way in, and you go up through some corridors. About a minute or two later, you find yourself in front of a long, long hallway, and he hands out these little chits, these little sticks, data sticks, and he's like, "This will gain you access to this hab block as well as the apartments inside." And he has one too, that he goes in, turns it. Waits a second, and then you hear a couple locks shift, and then he opens up, and basically what you have inside is a kind of a studio apartment. It's got several places to sleep, private places to sleep. There's no windows. There is only one door in and out that you're aware of. If there's anything else, maybe there's something secret. Who knows? And inside, there is a very basic sort of processing kitchen area that has been very basically stocked with some very bare bones things. If you want anything more elaborate, you'll have to go out and get it. He's like, "This is yours to use as you see fit." You're welcome. I have no transport for you now, but I'm sure you can make it back to the precinct without much problem. Um, the Your two friends, and he looks to Bruce and Juliet, are fairly conspicuous. So if you're trying to keep a low profile, you may have some trouble.
With
Very
that,
well.
I want to like grab like a bed sheet and just put it over my head and be like, nah, it's all right, mate. I know the whole incognito game. Just a pillowcase or something.
You are
I would
terrible.
like to
at this.
request like a robe or something in case I want to hide.
I do not have anything like that on me. If you wish clothing, there are some textile suppliers around the area. I apologize. We did not know who was coming, and we didn't know what your requirements would be. We tried to do the best we could, but short notice and all of that.
Always have this, and he would take out the data pad.
And you could. I mean, that could be used to requisition all kinds of things. You are at our largesse, but I do recommend not to strain that too much. Our resources are limited, as well as
course.
manpower. But
Oh,
if you-
just one thing before you dash off, mate. This. What is it? Do you know anything about this? And I'm going to show him the midnight ampule.
he takes it from you if you give it, you let him.
Yeah.
I've heard of this, but we've talked. You actually last session you talked to him briefly about this already.
Yeah. I was just wondering if he's got any actual
Nope.
info or any
Yeah, he's like, if you give this to me, I can go have some adepts look at it and examine it and break it down, and maybe they can give me more specific data. Aid has already.
But that only leaves one for me to take.
Well,
I mean,
Aid has already. Commander Aid has already explained a lot of the investigation you're already conducting, and that now that I have some information like this, I may be able to help if I'm able to get this.
We should give him one and keep
Okay.
one.
okay.
Again, this is never narcotics and other contraband have never been my forte. I handle mostly homicides, disturbances of the peace, and other acts of bodily harm. But I have connections that I can talk to, people that I can start poking, if you guys wish.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just give it to him.
Okay. He takes it. He puts it swiftly in his jacket, and then walks off with it. If there's anything else, you can contact me at the precinct. But unless there's something dire, I don't know if we'll be speaking to each other that often. But again, if there's something specific, I am technically your liaison.
Very well, Judicator. Ave.
Ave. He gives you the sign of the Aquila, and then he leaves. So does his other dudes, and you can hear in a few moments later, you hear the roar of that the engine of those vehicles just go off. And you guys are in your apartment. There are a couple chronos on the wall, and it tells you basically that it's the equivalent here. You think, yeah, it's probably like a 28-hour day cycle here. So you are probably on hour, let's say you'd be like 7 in the morning here. So it's definitely things are starting to pick up, but you are tired and fatigued from just all of the hubbub of space travel, all the investigating, all the going and forward, and the food. Food's it's okay. It's a little unsettling just because it's a whole different biome of microorganisms and all that fun stuff. So definitely need to go sleep. And with that, we are going. Is everyone go to bed unless anyone does anything specific?
I'm going to plug in my power armor and go to bed.
That's perfectly fine.
And say my prayers.
There is actually something they did take into account was power supply demands. There's definitely some solid connections to the power grid system, so you guys can charge up your things no problem.
Doctor is going to find some
Don't forget to
place
pray.
high
Yeah.
and out of the
Oh,
way.
shit.
Sorry, I go one by one because people were talking to him. Jacta, what's Jacta doing?
I'm gonna find some place high and out of the way, basically.
Yeah.
Similar to what I'd be doing if I was on my own in the hive.
Okay, sure, yeah. You find a loft, one of the higher up loft built. Think of it as a big open floor plan with various sort of platforms, and there's a couple actual rooms that actually have doors that lead to actual full closed rooms, and in the main area there's a couple loft that lead off to like little areas like the kitchen, and a couple that have seating or have an actual bed. There's definitely enough room for you. There's actually probably enough room for a couple more of you if there were more. They obviously didn't know how many. So, anyone else? You two praying? Do a prayer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you pray and you give grace and blessings from the God Emperor of mankind. You ask him for his guidance and thank him for the blessings and the guidance he's already given you in this holy quest for the Inquisition. And yeah, you guys go to sleep. And with that, we're gonna take a break, guys. Thank you very much. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and they'll probably run for another hour and a half or so. So, bye-bye, everyone. See you when we get back.
See you in a bit. Don't be strangers.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. We are back with our Agents of the Inquisition. Oh man, getting this video off Twitch is going to be so much fun for me. So, you guys are asleep. You are recharging, both physically, well, both your equipment, and you are recharging. So, I would like everyone to roll me perception. Or what
Ooh,
do
I
we
think
actually
you'll
call
this
find
awareness
it's
in there?
called awareness.
passive?
What?
Sorry.
It's awareness. I need everyone to roll me awareness. And just let me know how many successes you get.
um,
Calm
I
down,
can-
Bruce.
I can taste everyone in
You
the room,
can taste
in the building.
So I got 4, 5. Bruce is basically can see time and space.
Yeah, so all up, I got what?
Okay.
9.
Jesus. Barry
You
and
got
Joseph.
8.
Oh, sorry, it's 8. Yeah, no, sorry.
What's one icon?
Right.
Really?
That's with a critical success.
Oh, he got a critical as well?
Yes. And then yeah, apparently he stole Shannon's because Shannon got a bunch of
fast
ones and a
asleep.
complication.
Okay.
I am dreaming of the Emperor.
Yes, you are. You
Yeah.
are very much dreaming of the Emperor. Yeah, actually, you're just flat out dead to the world. Like, you are super exhausted. You didn't realize how much it hit you, and it just hit you hard. Maybe you've just been in your armor for too long. Who knows? So, yeah. So, I will let you know when you wake up. So, Aid got 4, Bruce got 8, and Jackta, how many did you get?
5.
5. Wow. Okay, so Bruce and Jackta will pop awake almost immediately. Aid, you're gonna be a little sluggish. You're gonna wake up, but you're gonna be. I'm gonna say you're at a +2 DN penalty for the first round or two. Just remember that when you. Or I'll remember just because I deal with your difficulties generally. So what happens is Bruce is the first one who gets awake because you hear you're actually probably outside. Your bed is probably on one of these lofts, and you
Yeah.
hear that click sound of a lock being turned.
Okay.
And you immediately wake up like you know something's up, and you look down, and the door has slid open, and there's a very faint light, like it's just enough. It's more like a glow, just enough to give you kind of the general outline of what you're looking at in front of you, without being so bright that it would probably wake you up or something like that. Like if you were to hold your phone in front of you in a dark room.
Yeah.
It's just that ambient glow, and you hear some people outside, and they're actively coming in, and you hear them sort of communicate in low Gothic, going like, "All right, let's see if anything here. All right, we're looking." Jackta, that's about when you wake up because you start hearing voices, and your many years of living in the Underhive just sort of. You are naturally a light sleeper, and you just pop awake, and you're probably actually one of the rooms, and so you actually hear them through the door, and you slightly see the little glow underneath.
Awesome.
Okay, we are now in. So what are you guys doing? I'll let Bruce go first, and I'll let Jack to go first, since you guys kind of got the drop on these guys.
Can I just? So I'm on like above. I'm on like a higher level.
Yeah,
right?
you're at a slightly higher level. Let's say.
Could I
1
literally
floor
jump
above them.
down on top of them when they come
yeah.
through the door?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I think I'm going to hold a athletics interaction to do that, and I'm also going to inject myself with the drug.
Oh dear lord.
Okay. Well, which
But
one are you doing first? Jumping on them or injecting?
I think jumping on them then injecting. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to inject first?
Well, I'm worried that I will just go nuts.
Oh, now you're worried.
Oh, now you're worried.
Okay, well, fine. look, if that's the way you want it, that's the way it's gonna be. I'm gonna shoot up
Well,
right now.
this will
Just
be
go,
what this is a multi. This is called a multi-action. And you're not doing a
Yes.
multi-attack. You're doing a
Oh well,
multi-action.
it's a simple action to just like make things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, it would be simple action.
You should
So-
jump on them and inject them instead.
I was thinking about that, but what if they get really
Yeah,
powerful
what if
from it?
They die instantly from a heart attack.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you got the drop on them. You're one. Are you holding your action? Or are you actively jumping on them right now?
Oh, if they're in the doorway, if I can do it now, I'll do it now.
Yeah, no, they need a few. They're slowly moving. You're gonna have to hold a action from them.
Yeah,
to move
yeah.
in.
Yeah, I'll hold. I'll
Okay.
hold then.
Jacko, what are you doing?
How many are there?
You can't tell because you're still behind the door.
Okay,
You
so
heard
am
two
I
voices. You heard two voices. There may be more.
okay? So am I? I guess I'm not above them like Bruce is. I'm
No,
like behind
you're
the
in-
door.
You're on the main floor in another room.
Oh, so it's like if I'm in one apartment, they're entering another apartment,
Yeah,
basically.
well, think of it: main loft room, several doors that connect to the main loft room.
Okay.
Big split level apartment thing.
AKA the classic RPG party apartment that every person ever does ever.
So just out of curiosity, are these rooms connected via like a ceiling crawl space?
There's probably a ductwork, yeah, but you'd have to break open the
Okay.
ductwork.
No, I was just thinking like an open.
No,
Type
no,
deal.
no. They're fully closed rooms.
Is there a door where I am to get back into the hall? In other words, there's obviously the door that's going to open up back into the main loft
Yeah.
area. Is there another door that I
No,
could get?
there's
back
no
into
way
that?
to. I know what you're doing. You're trying to get around them, flank
Yes.
them. Nope.
How far are they from the door to my room where I'm at?
That's hard to tell. Again, you can't see
Okay.
where they are. Unless you have some ability or power or cybernetic that lets you start seeing through walls or something like that.
Give me time.
Um,
He will move over to the door.
Mhm.
Can I crack it open?
Sure. I'll call that a movement in simple action to crack it open.
Okay.
Yeah. You.
How many? First of all, how many are there, and how far are they from me?
They're by the door. So you have the main sort of area, and they're coming in. They've just come in, and there's about, as far as you can tell, there's 3 of them.
Okay.
But again, very soft light, which is thankful because you still have night vision. Like you're not being blinded by any light that they do have.
Mhm.
They will probably have a hard time seeing you, but you're having a slightly hard time seeing them, like the details
Are they
of them.
Are they armed?
That's
And
hard.
or are they heavily armed?
One looks like they're probably armed with a gun, but you can't tell that the others. They're too obscured. Okay, so is that what you guys are doing?
Can I draw my pistol as a? Is
Sure.
it a simple or what
Yeah,
is that?
yeah, that's fine. I'll let you do it.
Okay.
We're not strictly in combat just yet, so that's why I'm kind of being.
Basically, I want to get my gun ready, and just if I have a shot,
Sure. You're
like, depending
readying
on what
a
you
shot.
guys do.
I haven't fired yet, but you're readying a shot. All right, Bruce,
Jeez.
jump away. This is
Alrighty.
initiate everything.
Can I give Bruce my card for any surprise attacks gain +1 ED damage?
No,
Ooh.
you are asleep.
Can he take it from me?
What are you trying
That's
to
a
do?
good question. He's
I
using
has
have
a
a
card.
card.
Oh, you have a
the
card.
campaign
Sure.
card.
What's the card say specifically?
I think it just says
Any
play to
surprise
steal.
attacks gain +1 ED damage for the rest
I'm
of the
gonna
scene.
say since it's your card, you have to. It's for you.
Okay.
If you do
Sure.
it, not for someone, unless it specifically says give it to someone else or something like that.
Any surprise attacks, friend
Does-
or foe.
Oh,
but
friends or
it's
foe?
not.
Sure. If you want to totally do that, sure. If you want to give
Yeah,
it
okay.
to Brucey Boy, yep.
Yeah,
Also-
Bruce, are you trying to steal it?
Sorry,
Is
no.
that you?
I mean, I think you just play it
Just
as
play
if you
it.
were playing
Just play
it.
it. Just
yourself.
give him the bonus. I can't. I'm not in roll 20 right now, so I can't see what you're doing.
I think I'm also going to play mine in that case. which actively makes this harder for everyone.
What is
But-
it?
Oh,
So
God
it's
damn
called
it.
it's called Unleash the Swordwind.
No.
Enemy reinforcements arrive, including at least one elite or adversary threat after defeating these foes. The protagonists each gain one to three wrath.
One what?
1 to 3 wrath, depending on the strength of the forces
Okay,
who appear.
sure. Noted. Thanks.
Thank you, Bruce.
I love you all. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this moving. Athletics.
I'm not playing my Tears of the Eldar.
So, all right.
You've got
so
plenty of
go ahead
tears
and
of your
roll.
own.
Cool, Bruce. Go ahead and roll your athletics interaction attack. So obviously
Okay,
you're trying
I'm
to
I'm going to
disable
spend a
them in
wrath.
some way.
Yes, I'm going to spend a wrath to re-roll what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 die.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die because you are coming from surprise on them.
Cool. Okay, so that's the 6 die re-rolled, which gives me an extra 6. And then 1 extra die to roll. Please give me a 6. Ah, shit. Oh well. So altogether, I don't do 2. I suppose I do it right. I get 5, 6, 7.
6, 7 total. So
Yep.
would you like to hinder them or make them vulnerable?
I think I would like to hinder them.
So they're going to get increased difficulty.
Yeah,
for
on
the
all their
next round,
tests. Yep.
Equal to the, so they get a huge penalty to.
So they get +3
Well,
to anything.
now remember,
with the two sixes.
you're going to affect one person.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
this. You're
I'm
not
just gonna
affect-
do the
They are
lead
not
guy.
a mob. They are individual people. You could.
I'm just gonna stomp the first dude into the
now
ground,
you could
and
shift
then
to try to apply it to multiple people if you want. That's something you can do. You can shift to the exalted
Nah.
icon. To
I think
affect-
I'll smear this first nerd, and then
Okay.
I'll inject the sweet drugs.
Okay.
What does it do?
Okay, cool. You inject the drug. I'll let you
You
know when
die.
something happens.
Oh, okay, yeah, just you're dead.
Yeah.
No, don't do
Um,
drugs, kids.
Yeah.
All right,
So
cool.
yeah, you go and do that. This one guy, you just jump on top of him and start messing with him, and he's like and a shot is fired. This happened to be the guy with the gun, which
Yeah.
this is what it wakes 8 up. It does not wake Juliet up. She is literally dead to the world. And so. Yeah, Aid, you're like, gunfire, and you kind of do the whole, but your body's moving before your brain can register, so you kind of flop onto the floor, because you're in a totally unfamiliar place.
It's all that Imperial training. Flop on the floor and gunfire.
Where am I?
Well, actually, that's actually not a bad thing. It's called taking cover. Like, you don't want to be up with your gunfire. You want to be down low. Yeah, so that's what you do. Now, I'm going to let... So that was Bruce, but he had surprise. So we're going to go back up. And now we're going to have... I'm going to let Jack to go right after him.
I'm gonna. Is the one that he jumped on? Is that the one with the gun that
Yeah.
I could see?
That you saw, yeah.
Okay,
They all
I'm gonna-
They all have the one with the gun did not have the light. There's a guy behind him that has a light.
I'm gonna go for the guy with the light.
Okay, sure.
So they're still unaware of me, right?
Yes.
And what's the range? I need to know if I'm in short range.
I'll say yeah, short range. That's fine.
Okay. So that is 2. 1, 2,
Nice.
3, 4, 5.
5. Let me think real quick. Let me look at some stats. Cause they give
That's
me-
just a hit.
yeah. Oh yeah, but I gotta look at their defense.
Yeah.
These guys picked the wrong apartment. This is so funny.
These are pretty good. Yeah, these are about right. With a little bit of modification. So his defense is Yeah. The defense is. Would you get 5?
5.
Yeah, its defense is 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can shift over if you have any 6s.
I'm gonna add that to glory.
Sure. So you
Uh,
all currently have 1 glory.
Yep. And then I'm getting 1 extra dice from Shannon's card, correct?
Yes, I'll call this a surprise attack. Sure, yes, but it'll be over after this.
That is 11 total damage.
11 total damage. Let me look at their resilience. Yeah. Yeah. You pace that one dude. He's gone. Because his resilience is 7 out of 11, which is 4, which is all of his wounds.
Very
you
good.
Take a. I'm assuming that's from an auto pistol.
No, that's a hand cannon.
Yeah, that
Clack.
is a giant ass. Juliet, you still don't wake up. I'm just imagining this is what my theme in head. You're just like sleeping in the other room, and this like massive roiling gunfight is just going off, and you're like, fine. Her power armor just charging in the corner like a
This is
iPhone.
her lullaby.
Yeah. Yeah. Now there you go. That one dude is splat. However, it was the dude with the light. The light has gone sprawling, so now it's going to be more difficult for everyone to hit everyone because it's much harder to see.
Sounds
one dude,
perfect.
So yeah.
Except for Jacta.
One guy with the gun on the one guy behind the guy with the light is gonna go and he's gonna fire at the first thing he see, which was Bruce, because
Cool.
he's the one.
I think I will take a full defense.
You'll take a full defense. Sure.
I think basically I just have to declare it.
Yes,
before
but
you
it'll
do
eat
the
up your
damage.
next action. You'll have to roll
Yeah.
your initiative, and that will give you at least 1 or more bonus to your defense.
Yeah, so it's for
I
every.
have
I
to
looked it up.
figure out
It's for
how
every
to-
icon. So
Right.
every single
I'm gonna
4+ I
manually
roll.
because of resource management. I'm gonna manually roll. I'm gonna get my dice and I'm gonna roll.
Wham. So still not great. That's an extra 2 defense for me.
You don't even know what the drugs did to you yet.
No.
You can now climb walls.
I hope they cure your mutation.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
Just to turn into just a regular guy.
I'm just a human.
Oh, sick. The Emperor did cure me. It was the praying
God.
before bed. I'd be canonized as a saint, or at least
Or a witch.
Juliet would be.
Yeah, nobody really cares about you. It'd all be her.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, she can cure all corruption. Yeah, so my defense is 5.
Her nickname would be the Purifier.
Oh, I should take out my flamethrower for this, right?
Yes,
House, definitely.
Yeah, in an enclosed space in a building
do
with only one.
Juliet is sleeping.
it.
Hope we have gas ovens. Blows up the entire block.
I just gotta say, I think these cops are really ineffectual.
I think they're in on it.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
probably because Bruce
all I
keeps
got.
pissing him off.
We're making our own crusade.
Yeah, that's it. Hey,
All right,
look, we're
so they're gonna fire at you.
Okay. Shoot me, punk.
He gets a complication.
Huzzah.
What's your defense right now?
My defense is 5, not including any lighting penalties.
Yeah, no, he misses. His gun goes wild, and then you hear the click as the obviously it has jammed. It has severely jammed.
Yeah.
So his gun is kaput. All right. Now I'll let the last person to go in this round is going to be Aid, or not the last person, but the next hero gets to go.
He'll crawl over to his hotshot last gun. And is it possible to shoot it?
You don't have a target. You're in another one of the room. So the only person that is outside, like in the open, was sleeping in the open was Bruce. Everyone else
Right,
had a
right.
room.
Okay.
So you are currently in the same situation that Jackta was in, which is you couldn't see a target.
Understood.
But
Then
it definitely
I'll-
is part of an action to go get your gun. Because part of the thing with hotshot las gun like that, it's not a normal las gun. It's got a battery pack to it, so it takes a moment to put it on. Also, please note you're not wearing. Most of you guys are probably not wearing armor right now, so please note that in your character sheet. Like Juliet doesn't have her power armor. People don't have their armor on because you generally don't sleep in your armor.
I should have
Yep.
said I slept in my armor. But I will go put on the backpack and get the hotshot last gun. I think that'll be it, unless I can do something more.
Shout and scream. Try and wake Thingy up.
Save us, sister.
I don't think I would know she's asleep.
Yeah,
That's
or,
that's
all
true.
right,
Yeah.
So what was that? I apologize. I was reading something.
I get up, seeing that there is no immediate danger, run over to my backpack and gun, and equip it.
Yeah, you do that, and you get by the door in
Yep.
pure military fashion. All right, so yeah, that means we are back at the 2 rounds. The guy that's on Bruce is going to try to shoot Bruce, but it's going to end very poorly for him, unless he rolls
Yes.
exceedingly well. You still have your defense because you're still in full
Ye-
defense.
Untouchable.
I did pretty well. If I didn't have other penalties on me, I would actually. You made you hindered them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he misses you. Because you're
Ah.
because of your interaction attack, you're not actually in melee with him, which means he can fire at you. Because
Yeah,
he's actually
yeah.
got like a full shotgun.
Yeah.
So he misses, and then the last guy is gonna go, which is the last guy in the doorway, and he comes barreling in. He's actually coming in with a knife,
No,
with a pair of knives with 2 attacks.
that's not a knife, mate. This is a knife.
He's a
Oh.
Catachan.
What is your so with point penalties? What is your defense right now?
So my defense is 5 before nighttime
5.
stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately he can't see you super well, so he misses you. But it comes. The first attack goes eerily close to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
So he hits you,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it's a critical.
Ooh. Do it.
Wait,
Hit me, punk.
is he a troop though?
Yes.
He
No,
cannot.
He
cannot crit.
Yeah, these they'd be considered troops. He wouldn't be considered a critical.
So he would at least do 1 damage, but he wouldn't apply any
Yeah.
fancy effect.
But troops can still move D6s over to extra damage, right? I'm assuming they can.
Yeah,
Yes,
they can.
everybody can do that.
No, unfortunately he just barely hits you with the knife. So
You also get a wrath or a ruin.
So
so-
I have 5 rune now because I get 1 per
Yeah.
player.
But you do take at least 1 damage from that,
Yep. So
unless you
he's-
want to soak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
gonna
to see
soak.
how much damage he does.
Cool. Oh, should I?
Wow, well, no, that would be in.
I doubt he would hurt Bruce normally with a
I
knife.
doubt he would either. I'm just double checking something.
His fancy shark skin.
What's your soak right now? What's your resilience without
My
armor?
resilience is actually only 6 out of armor.
Out of armor? No, he does not do. Oh, no, he does a D6 shock, D3 shock.
Roll that for me.
You take 2
2?
shock.
Cool.
And you already
Alright.
took an automatic wound.
Cool.
As this other one comes in, it just scrapes against your thicker hide, and you can feel that it's a very sharp knife.
Yeah.
This guy
No.
definitely is experienced with blades.
It's about to be experienced with
One
getting
of them
his.
scrapes. I didn't know they had a pet. So
Okay.
top of the round.
Just
I'm
wait till
gonna
he's drug
spin a
kicking
rune
me.
and I'm gonna seize the initiative.
Yep.
I'm gonna have the knife guy go again on Bruce.
They're all gonna gang up on you, Bruce.
It's alright. I have one ace in the hole up my sleeve.
Yeah, I'm seizing the initiative, so they'll go first in this round.
Or one of them will, right?
Well, one of them will, not all of them.
Knife hands.
Let's dance, bitch!
Thankfully, your defense is still active until you go. Yeah, that one
Huzzah.
misses.
We're just like fucking bobbing and weaving.
He does. You do take another wound though, as I rolled another critical. And
I think
what?
I will. It's alright. No, it's all good. Thinking
Oh.
aloud. It's all good.
Barely hear you.
Yeah, your volume went way down.
No, it's alright. It's because I was thinking aloud. Alrighty.
All right, so that's their go. You guys can go. Juliet, the top of the next round, you'll wake up.
So does anybody
Yeah.
else want to go, or should I jump in?
Wondering if I should disengage. Well, I think either way we should use a glory to seize.
We don't
So
need to
we
seize.
do-
It's our turn.
Well,
Well, we get 2 goes in a row.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that way you have 2 guys in a row to go.
We've only
Which I
got
think
one
would be-
glory in the pool, right?
Yes, you only have 1 glory in the
Unless anyone rolled any 6s on the wrath. But I don't think you get it for tests. I think you only get it for combat.
Where are you keeping the glory, by the way? Or are you keeping it on your
I'm
side?
not a roll 20, so I'm just keeping
Okay.
track of it mentally right now. I
Okay.
will have a better system in the future, I promise.
Okay.
I think actually you go first.
Okay.
Because there's
So,
and just aim and just take one of them out.
what? How are they within charge distance of me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
One of them is the knife guy is charged up to Bruce. There's another guy who was taking pot shots at Bruce with a shotgun, but now he can't because his buddy's in the way. And then there's another guy with a looks probably like maybe with another gun because he took a shot.
Okay.
Because really, what you're doing is seeing snapshots of the combat as muzzle fire goes off.
Oh no, I can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can. Yeah, one is a shotgun. One dude is knifing Bruce, and one guy has probably looks like an auto pistol.
Okay. I'm going to take an action to activate my arm, and then I'm going to multi-action to
Okay.
charge the guy with the shotgun.
Sure, done. Do it.
Rain.
I
So.
don't think it's a chainsword. I think it's a normal sword.
Oh no, it's a chainsaw.
Oh yeah, man!
Coming at them through the dark.
God, that's terrifying. Jason Voorhees over
So I get +1 for the charge.
Yep.
Do I get any other bonuses because they can't see me or anything like that?
They will. Yeah, they. I'll give you a +1 bonus. Well, you can see them. They can't see. Yeah, I'll give you a +1 die bonus.
Okay. All right. So. Oh dear lord. 7, 8, 9 with a critical.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Explode that boy.
Dude. Would you
So I would like to shift 1 to glory.
Okay, you guys got 2 glory now. His defense currently is a 3.
Yeah, I what else can I use the other glory
You
for?
can move it to damage. You can move shift more if you can to damage.
Okay, I'll shift that one to damage then.
If you can shift multiple to damage, if you got enough.
I only got 2 6s, so one's going to glory, the other's
One's
going to damage.
Okay, so roll 2d6 plus your melee damage. You're probably going to kill this guy.
Wait, 3d6?
Yeah, well, you get whatever the plus ED you get from the weapon.
Mm-hmm. Plus the
Then-
1 extra.
Plus 1 extra.
Okay. 6. Let's see. It's total 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 11.
Yep.
Yeah, that goes over their armor. Yeah, that dude cut in half. Like you cut part of into part of his chest, and he just it sprays of blood. He goes down. You probably
I
cut
just,
through the you probably cut through the shotgun as he brings it up to like try to parry it, and it cuts immediately slices through that and into the dude's chest.
I just, as I do this, he just shouts out, "Wrong room, boys!"
Okay, and then
Oh, hey, actor.
so do you guys want to seize?
Yeah, I think Ed, you should seize. I just realized because I full defense, I can't.
Yeah,
really do anything.
I was just about to say I want to seize.
Okay, yep. So Aid, you seize. Yet your head becomes immediately clear. You're ready to go. You're ready to rock and roll.
You hear a chainsword.
You hear a chainsword.
Ah! Take this, miscreant.
I want to use a card.
Sure.
Yay.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Moment as I try to enlarge this card that I cannot enlarge.
Oh yeah, you really can't zoom into him once you've played him.
I'll read it from here then. Play to steal your soul with absolute confidence in the power of whichever being you consider revered. You're considered revered or divine. Speak a short inspiration to you and your allies. You recover 1d3 plus 2 shock. All other protagonists in the scene recover 1d. Oh, never mind.
Not very good.
I reread it and it's meant to help us. Not meant to help. It's more when we lose shock. I thought
I've lost shock. Could help me out, but whatever.
Yeah, if you want to save it, save it. It's fine.
Early.
It's fine.
Oh.
I'm assuming you can't see in the dark.
Remember, there's also bad guys coming up soon.
Yeah,
There's-
I'm gonna.
there's some
Out of
extra
play,
work.
from a meta perspective, you know there's more to this fight.
I'm gonna kick open the door and shoot at the nearest enemy.
Okay, and shoot at the nearest enemy. That
gosh.
will be from my current mental map. That will be
The knife
one-
guy, probably.
Yeah, knife guy with Bruce.
Now,
Now you
Go
can
for it.
you can fire into combat. You'll just have to either you'll have to aim and or you'll need to shift a success in order to negate penalties.
I'll aim.
Okay.
If I
Well,
get-
you that would take part of your action, and unless you want to take a multi-action to do that, you can't do that and shoot him in the same round.
right.
aim is move, unless he's already used. his
Yeah,
move.
but he's already kicked open the door, which is kind of in my mind a move.
Yeah.
He's moving into position. So you can either basically what you're in this current situation. If you want to fire, you're just gonna have to fire, and then hopefully you roll well enough that you can negate the penalty.
Better yet,
Also,
I'll keep
my full
Overwatch.
defense is still active. So no, just fucking do it. Just lay
All
into them, mate. Yeah,
All
go for it. Just
The last words of Bruce.
Straight through the head.
well, actually, if there's still light penalties, he does not get me. So
Possibly.
there you go.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming he can't. I'm assuming Aid cannot see in the dark. He doesn't have. You don't have an ability that lets you see in the. Okay, yeah.
Question. I used the Wrath to seize initiative, right?
No, use glory.
No, glory.
Oh, I used a glory. Okay.
Yeah, Wrath is used for an entirely different set of things.
And we have 2 glory. Well, now we have 1 glory.
You have 1 glory now.
Well, you've got another one since you made that attack test.
Well, that's why
'Cause you
we
get
had
one-
2, but he just spent
But
1.
you get one for rolling a 6 on the Wrath die anyway.
Yes, you do get 1 for in
So it should be
yeah.
I think 2 now.
Yeah, in combat you get 6s on. You get a glory on the rat die, and you are in
What did
combat.
Aid get? He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
6. Oh wow. If you want to shift one of the 6s, you will negate the
No,
penalty.
no, I didn't get any 6s. I got 6 faces.
Ooh.
6 icons.
Guns.
Okay, then you'll hit, but what I basically did was just add a +2 difficulty. But you still beat it, but you have nothing. Again, you have no shifts or anything, so you're just doing damage. Your normal hot shotgun las damage.
7 damage. Pen 2.
How much?
7 damage. Pen 2.
Oh yeah, 7 damage, pin 2.
Do you not have any extra dice?
You get one. You always get one. ED.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll do that.
Yeah, I meant you couldn't shift for more damage. You could spend the last glory for your.
Oh,
no,
nice.
You still have to shift to use your special
Good.
ability.
Good roll. That's 9 damage minus 2 AP.
Okay. Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, the dude knifed you and then straight through the head.
Shot through
and
the heart.
And there's not even like blood splatter. It's just like laser beam in, laser beam out. That's it. Falls over.
Oh, hi, Ed.
I nod at you.
And then the last guy starts trying to make a break for it, and he starts moving out of the, and he's making a pot shot at Bruce on his way out.
Hey, fuck you.
This is what you get for being a big juicy target.
Big sexy target.
What's your defense right now?
Again, because I haven't moved,
Yeah.
had a turn, it's still 5 plus
Yeah.
whatever nighttime stuff.
He actually hits you.
Arr.
Yeah, no, he actually doesn't hit you because he still can't. He can barely see you. He
Yeah.
barely misses you, but he misses you. The bullet goes,
Just,
and he's running out the door like he's out of here. He's done with this crap. Whatever he just saw his buddies just like start going down like flies, and he's just like, nope, I'm not dealing with this.
Okay.
Well,
I
that was
would
his go.
like to.
Now Bruce can go, and Bruce can go.
Well, so I can't actually. I can move 3. Basically, that's
What do you mean
that's all
3?
I can move because I can move 3 meters because of full defense. So my speed is
because
reduced.
this action was his action to go full defense.
Yeah.
He's absorbed all of that into this action.
No, I just forgot that
so
it gives you.
You take a couple steps though, and then you suddenly feel this like weird euphoric wave just kind of immediately crest through you, and you're like, wow. And that's kind of you. I'm just gonna say that you're kind of stunned for a moment.
Okay.
Luckily, no one's gonna be actively shooting at you yet. So.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So this is gonna be the top of the round. Juliet, you wake up as you hear probably bodies hit the floor, and you're like, what? And you get up, and you're like, what the hell? And you're like, and so you don't know the combat's going on. You just something woke you up. So this top of the round, you guys get to go first, totally. So you guys figure out who wants to go.
Oh, I know exactly what Jock is going to do. I just don't know if anybody else has something else they'd rather do first.
I was just gonna shoot at the guy. So if you want to do your thing,
I'd say get Jules out.
Can we all still see him?
No, he's like out and around the corner.
Oh, okay. Jack is going to take off after him.
Okay.
So
you're gonna let Jack to go, guys. You're gonna let Jack to go first.
Yeah.
I will sit here and be high.
Yeah.
So I got to move 8, so I can move into the hall 8, and then I can. I don't know if I'm close enough to charge him, or if not, I'll just move some more. What is it? A run?
Yeah, you can run. Yeah, you can. Well, he didn't run because she fired and moved.
Okay, so he just like moved down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move out into the hall and charge him.
Yep. Good luck. Good. Go ahead.
Let's see. I'm assuming at this point where I'm no longer getting the bonus for darkness.
No, actually, you're in light now because you're in the hallway. These hallways are like fluorescent bulb sort of lit, so that's what you're dealing with.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is a critical.
Okay. Really wish I had the critical cards with me, but it won't matter because you probably kill him. What would you like to do? His defense currently is 3, so
I'll shift 1 to. Actually, you know what? I'm going to shift that 1 to glory because I want more glory in our pool.
2.
So just the 1 extra 1 die.
Mhm.
another 6, so that's 11 damage.
Yeah, that way you cut that guy down. And you were charging, you immediately cut him down. And you're like, haha, got him. And that's when you notice a big figure that comes out of one of the end of the hallway, just beyond like where this guy was heading. And this big misshapen mass comes out of or like one of the places where the fluorescent bulbs was like broken. And you see this big hulking mass, and it's just this gnarly looking maybe mutant.
It's a
guy.
landlord. We woke her up.
No, it's not that. But yeah, it's gonna go
Uh-oh.
as it comes and just kind of and just do this really loud grunt and just massive fist, and you see at the end of this fist is like sort of a makeshift like brass knuckles, like pieces of metal.
Is it an
wrenched
ogre?
over. No, it's not that big. It's just it looks like a very
Alright.
big guy. So it's gonna punch
I
you.
think I am probably going. Now I have to declare this before I know the result of the test.
Yes, if you want to go full defensive.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go full defensive.
Okay, roll your initiative.
Where's the initiative? Combat. It's the combat initiative, right? 1, 2, 3. So I add 3 to my defense. So I'm currently sitting on a 6.
Okay, I'm gonna spin a ruin to re-roll.
No!
Gets in. Oh no.
This is
Don't
all your
die.
fault, Bruce.
What are you talking about?
This is your card.
This is
I don't
literally
know
your
what you're
card.
talking about. This is not my card.
This is totally
Is
your
this one
card.
your card? Is this one
is
your
always
card?
gonna happen.
All right, noted.
Hey, maybe you should have been better at defending yourself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's called victim blaming. That, by the way.
Oh, really?
Okay, so 10.
Big-
10
Oh, dear
successes.
God.
Luckily, I did not get a critical. So I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna go ahead and shift one of them because you have a 6 right now.
Actually, hold on. I wanna. Damn! This doesn't help me. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say maybe my card will help me. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I've got a 6.
Right now, the heart of the cards is not with you.
No, stupid, worthless Eldar tears.
Yeah, he's gonna move two to ED, 2 to extra damage.
Ugh.
Luckily, I rolled really crappy.
Yes.
What is your resilience -1?
Da-da-da.
Remember, you're not wearing armor right now.
Yeah. Well, that basically negates anything that I was wearing, so I'm at a 6.
You're at a 6.
Mm-hmm.
How many wounds do you have?
8.
8.
Mhm.
Oh, good job. Yeah, take 5.
I'm gonna try and soak
Soak
that.
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Where's the soak? Is the soak roll on the? Wait, where's the soak roll? Soak damage. There it is. So I soak 2 of that, so I lose a total of 3 shock.
You had to spend 1 shock in order to
Yep.
in order to attempt to soak, and then you get 1 for every 1 you soak.
Yep. And then so that's you said 5 total.
Yeah.
So 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Please note that if you have any wound penalties. If not, that's fine. All right. That's what that dude just laid into you, and you literally go skidding back. So.
It hurts.
Yep. It hurts so bad right now.
Okay. Good news,
right.
though. Silver lining. He's the only guy there.
So that was Jacta. That was the dude. Now we got the rest of you guys because you killed all the other dudes.
Do they see Jacta slide back through the door?
No, you're not. You're a little too far from that, but you definitely hear a giant thud outside. Who would like to go next? It's one of you guys.
Me.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Julia is awake, and does she hear the giant thud outside?
You hear a ruckus. It's kind of distant, but you definitely. It's like somebody moving furniture around.
She would have heard the chainsword.
Well,
no, she was
she didn't
asleep.
because yeah, you hear like distant revving of like maybe a motor. Like this is also her complication, slightly playing with her head a little bit.
Okay, so she would like to get up and yell out and say, Bruce, what are you doing out there?
Oh God.
Hey, number one, I love it. I love it.
Meanwhile, Bruce is drooling on the floor.
I guess I respond in my round, right?
Yeah. So who wants to go next? Actually, yeah, that's right. It would be Aid because Bruce is dealing with his own bullshit right now. You were the one who wanted to inject yourself with an unknown drug.
Hey, I know what it was called, and it sounded pretty
Midnight.
good. Yeah.
Aid, what would you like to do?
Is Jactus chasing the dude, right?
Yeah, you saw him go out there. You heard the revving of the chainsword, and then you heard a very loud thud. You don't know if he hit something and it went to the ground, or
Okay.
something hit him and he went onto the ground.
I go and check what that big thud was.
Yeah, you turn around the corner, so you move action, you move out into the hallway, and you see a dude, just a big dude, like, not abnormally big, just big. Like, this dude's easily 6'6", 6'8", pushing 300 pounds, gnarly. He's got some gnarly looking, like, biker and, like, apocalyptic armor on, tattoos. He's just ready. He's no joke, ready to go to town on someone. And that's
He's
what
got Bruce's name tattooed across his chest because he summoned him.
I'm gonna take a pot shot at him.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
There's no penalties or bonuses because you now he is in melee technically with Jacta, so you need to either take an action to aim, and then next time you'll be able to fire. Take a multi-action, but actually multi-action wouldn't really negate the penalty.
Yeah.
So you can either aim or you can try to roll well enough and move a 6 over so you don't have the chance of hitting him.
I'm gonna try to shoot.
Okay.
Since also I have a bad relation with Jacta, I'm just like, he'll be fine. He'll be
fine.
okay.
It will just reflect off his chrome. It's fine. It's fine.
What's one ganger to another?
What's one ganger?
It's like a flashlight on a mirror. It's all right.
I hope it reflects and hits you in the face.
All right. I'm gonna use that 6. So I got 1 6, and so technically I got 7 icons, including the 6.
Okay,
but I'm gonna use that
icons.
6.
His defense is.
Oh, I got 8 icons.
Ooh, good. His defense currently is 3.
Okay.
So if you want to move a 6 over, you can negate the penalty.
Yeah, I'll definitely negate the penalty,
Yep, okay.
and that's still now 7 icons.
Yeah, you hit him.
Yep.
And if you can move any more, you can move more to damage.
Nope, that's it. So I'm just gonna roll that 1d6.
Don't forget, you can also, because I want people to use their special abilities. Don't forget, you could spend a glory to do more damage, and if you do that, you add your rank to damage.
I always keep that in mind.
Okay.
But I rather keep our glory just in case.
Okay.
Every time.
Sure. Okay, so how much total damage do you do?
Just 7 pen 2.
Let me look at his armor real quick. If he's got any actual armor. I'm still learning how to read these stat blocks.
Yeah, they're a little jumbled.
Yep.
Just remember that all the numbers listed already include all the calculations, so.
Well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to say, okay. So 7 total? Yeah, go ahead and roll 1. He is going to gain 1d3 of shock. So go ahead and roll a d6 and divide it in half. So 1 and 2 gives him 1, 3, 4 gives him 2.
Yep. He only gets 1.
Okay, you take your shot. He hits into him. He takes a bit of a glancing blow. It's going to take a little bit more to get through this guy. This guy's tough.
That's it for me.
Okay, so Juliet, I know you were talking. Did you want to do anything specific? I don't want you to waste your action because I did give you. You did have to wait a little bit. I want to make sure you.
I do want to like maybe pick up like I don't know, pick
Well,
up a weapon, her
Yep,
bolt
you can.
pistol.
Now it would take you a couple. I will say this: to get fully in your armor, it would take you a couple rounds because it is power
Yeah.
armor. This isn't like Iron Man suit time. This takes a few moments to be put together, as it were.
Yeah. She'll just grab her bolt pistol
Sure,
and
absolutely,
wait to
totally do it.
hear back from Bruce.
Yep. Okay. Then that will be your round. You're sort of just waiting. Next round, I'm gonna let you go first since you were kind of just waiting. Bruce does not
Yeah.
respond to you.
He drools.
I will explain what happens to Bruce here in a minute.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Would you like to hold your action, or would you like to wait, or would you like to actively do something?
Me or Bruce?
No. I'm sorry, you, Juliet.
Juliet. Okay.
I apologize. I didn't make that clear.
It's okay. So is it the start of the round again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
It is
so-
the next round. It is absolutely you guys' go on that. And the reason I'm giving you
Yeah.
sort of initiative on this is because you're waiting.
She'll like to go and open the door and
So
peek out.
So you see Bruce, Aid. You don't see Aid. You don't see Jector, but Bruce is in the middle of the doorway. He's kind of leaning up against like a counter, and he looks out of it like maybe he got shot or like severely wounded, and he's barely keeping himself together. You're not sure what his deal is, but that's what you see.
Okay.
And
I'd
you definitely
like
hear
to-
when you open the door and you get outside, you definitely hear the revving of a chainsword outside, like outside in the hall.
Okay. I guess I don't know if I am worried about Bruce. Like if he's gonna like drop dead right now.
Honestly,
or, like,
we're all worried about Bruce, to be fair.
but like maybe he'll be fine. Just leave him by himself for a while.
In your experience, he's pretty tough dude, but you never know. You don't know what's going on with him.
Okay, I'm gonna check on him to make sure that
Okay,
he's
so,
okay.
yeah, make a medicine check.
Okay.
Rolling those dice. Rolling those dice.
There you go. 3. There's 3 icons there.
Yep.
What happens?
Oh, she got 3 icons? Sorry.
Yeah.
She didn't say
Yeah.
it, you did, so I got confused.
Sorry.
Yeah, 3 icons. Yeah, he's not wounded in he's you see some superficial wounds on him. Nothing that would cause him to this. His eyes are super dilated, like more than usual for Sharkman. And his pulse is erratic. He's definitely under the effects of some sort of toxin, probably. You don't know how it got delivered in his system or anything like that, but they're like, oh, he's under the effect of a drug right now, of some sort, and that will be your action. That is what you're doing this round. So I'm gonna go, and the dude is going to punch Jacta again.
Oh no! Run, Jacta, you fool!
Run,
I
fools!
can't run.
Yeah, he will get slammed if he does.
So I still got my 6 defense.
Use your robo legs, fool.
Oh, that was a complication.
Just jump
Go
into the atrium. Jump into the atrium.
Yeah, you
Just
do
like
that.
try and get down one level below.
You don't get to give anybody advice.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he definitely comes around, comes swinging, and you duck, and it goes right into the wall, and it sort of dents into the wall, and he lets out just a roar of pain. Obviously, he hurt himself doing that because he put all his weight behind that punch. And that's a plascrete wall that he just went right into.
Good.
All
Good.
right. Well, let me look up something real quick.
Yeah.
See if he spontaneously explodes.
Okay. A little ominous.
No. Yeah, it's mostly me just having fun.
Dread to think of ruin abilities. If he's got any. Big explodey boy.
Nope. Okay. Unfortunately, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that one fly. So yeah, he rolled a complication, so I'm not gonna let him spend rune this turn. That'll be his big complication. So that was his go. So now Bruce. I'm
Yes.
gonna just explain what Bruce is doing.
Ah!
Bruce, yeah, you sort of the fall. There's still like a haze, but suddenly like you feel very not calm, but very like everything will be fine. There's nothing wrong. You are being watched over. You are like protected.
Okay.
There's a presence, a sense of security, of warmth, of home. Like you're fine, and you do righteous things, and you're good, and you feel like you could just go out there and conquer. So that's what you're feeling. You're feeling great, like ready to go.
Nice.
You're not super like
Brett
amped
is
up,
talking to you.
like twitchy, but you're more like everything will be fine. Nothing will hurt me.
Awesome. Okay.
Currently, while you're under the effect, you're not going to take any wound penalties if you have any wound penalties.
Yes! Result!
Yeah, you're actually not going to take any wound penalties. There may be some other ancillary effects that happen that I'll let you
Okay.
know as they come up.
Those are problems for the future.
Yeah, turn your volume up. I can barely hear you now.
No.
On your
Yeah, I think it's because of this.
Yeah.
It's alright. Just continue on. I'll.
Yep.
deal with-
Okay.
deal
So
with-
that's your action basically. That's what you. But next round you'll be able to go. So who wants to go next? I've got Jekta and I've got Aid left.
So
Go ahead first.
I can't disengage because that's an action, correct?
It lets you move. You can still do your move and disengage. So you can move your normal movement and also disengage at the same time, which means
Well, I can't because I gave up my action
yes, that's correct.
for the.
Full defense. And you keep your full defense, I believe, until you go next. Until after.
Is it until the end of my turn, or
I believe
once my turn
it would make
starts?
sense that it was the end of your turn.
Okay, so
Because you have
if
to
I
eat
move
up
right
your
now,
action. Because you have to eat up your action.
yeah. So basically, if I move away from him now, I still have a defensive 6 if he tries to hit me.
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, not really, because your action. Yes, you can, but he'll get a free swing on you.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Better to do it now since I've got a defensive 6.
I'm gonna rerun. I'm gonna spin a rune because he didn't do anything else with his rune, but he still gets a complication.
Another one, yes.
Yeah, he's getting some serious. I'm gonna give for this complication. I'm gonna have everyone get a glory to the pot. He hits you.
Damn it.
Barely, but he hits you. Let me roll his 1 ED. All right.
Don't make that face at me.
What is your defense? What is your resilience?
6.
Yeah, 6. You take 6 wounds.
Ugh. I'm gonna try and soak
Because
that.
right now was 11 plus 1. That's what it was.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna try and soak that.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend my last wrath to re-roll those 4.
Don't exhaust yourself though. How much shock do you have left?
It doesn't matter if I die.
Yeah, well, also, if he
Whoa.
runs out of shock, he can't soak anyways. Once you're out of
Yeah.
shock, you cannot soak.
I just like if you can only move.
So that is 4, 5, 6, or I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you take 1 wound and 6 shock.
Yes.
Or you basically fill up all on shock and you're done.
Yep.
And you
So
take 1
I'm
wound.
definitely exhausted.
Yep.
I
Oh,
only
gosh.
take 1 wound.
Yep. That means you can only take basic basically you can only take basic actions, aka attack, defend, but I don't
I can only do one, or I can only move or take an
act,
action,
yeah.
one or the other.
And,
But
you can
I'm
also
away
do
from it.
complicated things like you can't
Yes.
charge, you can't multi-attack, you can only
Yep.
do very basic things. So yeah, this guy's got you. He's got your number. He's very good at what he's doing. All right. But you were able to. You still get hit, but you still move back to where 8 is. So you're now out of his melee range. So you're about where 8 is.
Excellent.
Yeah, Chrome Boy is looking dented hard.
Hey, I'm still only lightly wounded.
Yep. All right. So you guys just go. That was ejected. That means it's 8's turn.
Perfect. I'm gonna fire into him and salvo.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead. Spin that reload.
Yep. And I forgot how salvoing works.
You
Do I
add
just
the salvo rating. If you spin a reload forward the salvo, you add the salvo rating in dice to hit.
Perfect.
Also,
I'm
don't
gonna
forget
add
your
2
range
dice.
bonus if you're within short.
You're definitely within short range of with that hell shot.
So in
Hot
total,
shot.
that's going to be 4 dice I'm rolling. So
And
the
if you're
1,
aiming.
then 2 salvo.
And +1 if you aim. Or it can be +1 if you aim.
Sorry?
You can also get an extra die for aiming.
Yeah, if you want to be that as part of your, I think that's not multi.
Your movement.
Yeah, you would consume your movement if you wanted to aim.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sure.
So you add +2, then +1, then another +1. So yes, you totally get that.
Cool. All right. So
Yeah, you
first I'm
guys'
gonna,
tier bonus, by the way, is +5. So the most you can ever add to
Next.
a roll is +5.
okay. So I'm gonna fire.
Okay.
Which
Arr.
I get 7 to hit.
That hits. His defense is 3.
Yep.
Yep,
And
that's
I'm gonna
6.
put. I got 1 6. I'm gonna put that over to damage.
Okay, sure.
That's 5 dice now.
Yep. Well, what your base damage plus how many does the hot shot do? How many extra ED does it naturally do?
Oh, naturally extra damage. Hot shot is +1.
So that's a +2.
+2.
The salvo is not the
Right.
damage; it's to hit.
Oh, okay. I screwed up. Okay, so it's just
Basically, it's you spending a whole bunch of ammunition, just shooting tons and tons of times, and
Right.
hoping one of them hits.
okay. Cool. Then it's just 2d6.
2d6,
and that's gonna
okay.
be. Oh, nice. 2. So that means 9 damage pen 2.
Well, no. Did you get any icons on that?
Yeah, 2 icons.
Okay, so you rolled a 6.
Sorry,
Got
that's
it.
what I meant.
Cool. So 9 damage.
Yes.
With AP 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you do 2 wounds to him. Yeah, so you go a solid hit. He staggers back slightly, but he's still up. He's still ready to go. It's kind of it's like gorilla man form. Like this dude is no joke. Okay. Top of the round. I am spending a rune to seize the initiative, so I can go first. He is going to punch the laser man.
The laser man.
There's a laser man
Laser
waiting
man.
in the sky.
That's
He'd
like a
to
David
come and
Bowie
be
song. Right
us.
there.
He's afraid to blow our minds.
What's your defense right now? And he is charging you, by the way.
Casbar.
Can anyone on roll 20 roll the critical cards? It's the ones with the skull backs. Ooh.
You mean draw one?
Yeah, can you draw one?
I've just
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mac, go ahead.
Headshot.
Headshot?
Yeah.
What's it do?
Plus D3 mortal wounds.
Okay. Noted.
You get hit in the face.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I want to see something. Because he is actually an elite. So he gets all those fun rolls. Pin.
So he has to roll. Well, we pull the card. Yeah. So.
Yep.
D3. Oh, sorry, it's D3 wounds, not mortal wounds.
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
they can be soaked.
It can just be soakable.
Yeah.
Got defense too, which probably doesn't help right now.
No, not at all. He's rolling so good.
I'm
Yep.
rolling really well. I rolled silly well.
Punch you in the head.
Yep.
Just straight up.
Yeah,
Oh.
All your fault, Bruce.
Yep.
Hey, mate, look. We'll get through this. It's fine. I'll just
All right, here's the
interaction
new
attack
plan.
him off.
We lure him back into the room and let him fight Bruce.
Yeah, I'm literally unkillable. I'm pretty sure that's what the drugs are about.
You think you're unkillable?
What's the severity on that one?
Plus 1 wound.
Plus 1 wound for each 6 I put into it. If I put a 6 into it.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know. Why would you do that?
All right. So here's the additional wounds that he's gonna do. So what's
Did
your
you
defense
just
right
kill
now?
Iggy?
What's your defense?
Resilience, you mean?
Yeah.
2.
2.
Sorry, my mic is muted.
Okay. Well, I gain a rune because they're critical to you.
Party wipe right here.
That's alright.
No,
Jules is
you guys
taking
can
no
take
damage.
them. It's just you're not concentrating. Not all of you are like able to bear down on them. That's the problem. So 2 of those are going to be for damage. For ED, 1 of them is going to be for severity. And then the last one will be used to actually hit you because he rolled a lot. Actually, no, wait, I miscalculated. I apologize. Yeah, one to hit you. Yeah, one to damage, 1 to severity. So you're gonna take initially from the critical. You're gonna take 4 wounds, straight up. You can try to soak it if you want. You can wait till I roll the rest of the damage to see how many more wounds you take, and then you can soak everything all at once.
Okay,
Two
yeah,
seconds.
I'll wait.
Okay, so he moved one ED for damage. What is your soak resilience right now? You don't have your armor on because
My resilience is 5 without my armor.
without your armor, he does 12. So you're only going to take 6 wounds
Okay.
plus the additional 4. So you'll take 10 if you don't.
Oh,
God.
And how do I soak again?
Okay,
Do I?
so you
You just
immediately-
roll on the
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
20.
well,
there should-
there's a thing for, so go to your combat tab on your character sheet.
yeah, there's an automated button for it.
Oh,
And-
I think I.
upper right hand box where it says combat rolls. On the right hand side, there's a soak damage.
Yep.
Button.
Okay.
2.
I'm gonna spend wrath on that.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend wrath to reroll 3 dice.
Yep.
Get all 6s.
Oh,
He
Close
almost
enough.
Did.
cool.
4
so
more.
that's-
So how much total?
So it's 2 6s and 2 5s. Do
So
the
that's
6s.
6 total.
6 counts as
So
doubles.
what you did is you're going to take 6 shock from the 6 you just soaked, plus an additional one because it always costs you 1 to attempt to soak. So you took 7 shock total.
That puts me at negative shock.
No, you go to 0. You just straight up
Okay,
go to 0.
perfect.
And then the rest that you did not soak, you take as wounds.
Which is
4.
4.
So you take 4 wounds.
perfect. I'm at 3 health. I'm good. I'm alive.
You're alive. You're probably severely wounded, I think, now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're utterly exhausted, as in you can't do much of anything.
The broken ribs I had and the broken fingers are extra broken now.
No, it's your jaw is dislocated.
Oh.
Like
Oh
you
shit!
got hit in the head.
I got hit in the face.
Your skull is cracked. You like
Your mask
because-
has become one with
yeah,
your face.
Yeah, kind of like
I'm not wearing the
He
mask.
doesn't have his mask on. What actually happened is he punches you with like the steel girder, like steel bars that are over his hand, but his impact is so great he shoves your head into the wall, and so it's this double just sandwich of aid brain matter right there, and it's just completely rung your bell. You're bleeding from the mouth and the skull right now. You have never been hit this hard.
Oh,
A little shell shocked.
Yep.
A little.
so that's his turn, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna play my card now.
Okay.
Tears of the Eldar. We ignore all difficulty penalties up to 3 plus tier, which is 5. So any penalties we have for anything up to 5 is ignored
For how long?
for this round.
Okay. So everyone
So
can go.
if you got something to do it now.
Yeah.
So
you
we-
have to, do you
if
have to
we back at
roleplay
the top
anything,
of the
or you
round?
just do it.
No, I just do it.
No.
And yes, that was the top of the round. He was the first one to
he was
go.
the first one to go.
Okay.
He rung Aid's bell. I only
Cool.
have 2 rune left, I believe. So Yep. So you got
do
rung,
want to
but
play a card.
you're just whoever wants to go. Who wants to go?
Can I play a card for everybody?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finally
think
gonna
you
play
can-
this card to
Yeah.
Yes, do it.
recover shock, and I'm gonna yell for the Emperor as my speech
Yeah. Sure.
at the top of my lungs.
Give this guy a
Yeah, I
gnarly
crack my
look.
jaw back into shape and yell for the Emperor.
Yeah.
I will recover 1d3 plus 2 shock, while everybody else recovers 1d3 shock.
Okay.
One-
So everyone can roll for themselves if they want. If you've got shock damage.
Just a D3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 1. Well, I'm not exhausted
Alright,
anymore.
Yeah, you're not exhausted. That's the kicker. You're not exhausted. Also,
I got 4.
if anyone who still has wrath living, you can take as part of a simple act as an action to expend wrath to get 1d3 shock back.
Wrath, what's that?
All right, so this is your action. Now you played the card. You don't necessarily have to go. That's sort of outside the scope. So if anyone wants to actually go,
So I do have a question.
Yep.
Since he ran up to me and Aid, we were next to each other, right? So technically, I'm also like right next to him.
yeah, I'm gonna say that he is actually the one in melee engagement with Aid, not you.
Sure, but if I want to attack him, like I don't have to move at all or do anything,
no,
right?
you do not.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and attack him.
Everybody cool with him going? See, that's the thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Initiative has to be a consensus thing. I need
Yep,
to know
yep.
everyone doing it. Okay, sure.
Is I'm assuming aiming is only something you can do with ranged weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay. what I thought.
Maybe. For right now, I'll just say it. It's possible that you probably can aim with melee.
I'm just going to assume it's not a thing because I'm not going to bother looking it up right now. So do I get a size bonus or anything
Nope.
against him?
No, he's actually average. He's still average.
So just flat swinging my chainsword at him.
Yep. It's actually not super hard to hit this guy.
I would that's 5.
He's defensive.
Okay, so I can shift 1/6. So I'm gonna shift that 1 over to damage because we need damage. Yeah. That is 9, and then I got a 6, so 10, 11.
Yep. You do. Yeah. You do some damage to him. Yep. You inflict some wounds on him. You cut into him, and you can see blood, arterial blood from his arm, spurt out and come out. Okay. I'm gonna let Juliet go next because Shanna hasn't done much, and I want her to be involved with this.
Okay. So Sharkboy is still like
Yeah, he's
buzzing
still out of
out.
it. Yeah, he's not
Okay.
freaking out. He looks a little bit more clear-headed.
He looks happy.
Ah,
I'm just gonna
That's
leave
better.
him. I'm gonna run towards the sounds
Okay.
that I hear outside.
Yeah, you turn out and
And-
literally within a meter outside, you see this giant dude just had just blood everywhere, bleeding, chain sword. Aid looks like he needs a whole new face.
Okay. I would like to aim at him.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
just because I just want to remind you, because I tried to do this for all my players because I want to help you. Don't
Okay.
forget you have those faith-based abilities. If there's anything you want to do,
Yeah.
so take a
I
look at
do.
those real quick. Because this looks like a really hefty situation.
I would like to use divine guidance. You gain plus rank to ballistic skill test for
Sure.
1 round.
You'll get +1 because you're rank 1. You'll get
+1.
+1.
Okay, sweet. And so I aim my bolt pistol,
Okay, that's another +1.
and can I shoot it now, or do I have to wait?
No,
for
you
the
can
turn?
totally shoot him.
Okay, cool.
And because you aimed, you negate the penalty. You won't gain the bonus from aiming, but what you'll get is you'll negate the ability. You won't hit anyone else other than him. You won't if a complication comes up, you won't accidentally hit Jacta or Aid. So you get a +1 die from the divine guidance, and you won't hit anyone else. You won't hit anyone. You won't accidentally hit anyone else.
What? -1.
-1. What?
Apparently, she doesn't have any dice to her attack test.
She may have not calculated in the weapon correctly.
So on your sheet, what does your under the weapon? What is the column that says skill slash attribute? It should be like a little drop down menu. It'll either say BS/AG or WS/IN. There we go.
Huzzah!
And don't forget, you have like 3 glory in the pot right now. So if you want to use stuff, feel free.
I think she hit, but she also got a complication.
Oh,
Yeah.
good thing she aimed then.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, what, 11 damage or something?
Yeah, it's a bolt pistol. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
It's 10,
Bolters
and,
are 10.
and she got
Even bolt pistols, they're 10 plus 1 extra dice. I'm assuming the d6 she just rolled was for the extra
do they have
dice.
any quality? I think
Yes.
they have brutal. Maybe?
Which just it increases it to, it changes from a 5 to a 6, so she
Yeah.
gets 2.
Yeah. So
So 12.
12.
Shanna, I can't hear you. Are you not unmute? I guess she's typing. Yeah. You're probably in a different application. Get back into
Can you hear
Zoom.
me now?
Yes. Yeah. That's
Okay. Yeah, I was in a different application.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has brutal.
Okay. What? How many successes did you get to hit? How many icons did you get to hit?
1, 2, plus the 1 extra, so 3.
Where'd you get the +1? You generally don't get added icons.
She rolled a 4 and a 6.
Oh, so you get 3 total.
Yes.
Okay, you hit this guy because his defense is
Yeah.
3. Okay, so you've got no extra damage, and then you rolled 1 ED, and you got 5, and then you add +1 because it's brutal.
Mhm.
So you did 2 extra damage. So what's your total damage?
Is 12? Is it 12?
Yeah,
Yeah.
12. What's your AP? Do you have any armor penetration on that weapon?
No.
No. Okay. I need to look up something real quick. Oh my god. Stupid pages. Come on. Okay.
Turns out this guy's a psyker.
I'm gonna attempt to soak that. Because he just took a crap ton of damage. I'm gonna spend a I'm gonna spin a rune so I can do that. Okay, you fire and you hit actually one of he just barely moves his shoulder in the way, and one of his shoulders is heavily armored with like metal and rubber, like a part of a tire and stuff, and it absorbs the mass impact and it explodes inside. It rocks him, but he's still like up and doing things. All right, now that was Juliet's turn. As everyone hears the resounding crack of a bolter shell scream through this hadblock, because unlike your Jacta's hand cannon sounds like a BB gun compared to this thing. This thing is cacophonous. It's basically a small rocket just launched out of this handheld thing and goes screaming towards this guy. All right, who would like to go next?
Either Aid or Bruce.
Bruce, you want to do something?
Yeah, sure. Why
Yep.
not? I think I'm just gonna run out and just
You feel
try
great.
and do
You feel you can do anything.
I'm gonna try and athletics interaction attack him.
Sure, absolutely.
Go for it.
You got it. Not a
Let's,
problem. You're not taking any
and-
penalties.
Huzzah!
Yep.
And I still have a
Oh,
wrath left.
and I'm also going to say you're immune to fear while you're in this. So if there happens to be a fear effect that shows up, you're fine.
This is the best drug ever. There is literally no downside to me doing this.
No downside.
Oh.
Then nothing bad will ever happen.
Yeah, I can't wait until we see that other mutant guy and he brings us more.
Right, he's a cool guy. I like him.
We keep getting samples to run, and they keep disappearing. We're not sure what's happening.
Weird.
How many
So,
successes did you get?
Sorry, I'm actually just using a wrath to reroll because if I get one more 6, I'm going to get a player's call. So I get to reroll 4 dice. And I think a player's call could just end this now. Ah! Okay. Anyway, so I get 1, 2, 3.
I think it's 9.
Yeah, it's
Okay, you definitely do. You might make him vulnerable, or do you want to hinder him?
yeah. So I'm going to shift 2 6s into hindering him. I think hindering him is best.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. You totally hinder him. So
Cool.
I think hindering him is +3 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normally a -1, then every shift gives you another one. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hinder him because his resolve is 4, I think.
Oh, I could spend glory actually to try and get 1 6. Do you reckon? I reckon it might be worth it because I could just like slap him off the
No,
balcony.
it's
or
okay.
something.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah, you come in and you start like kneeing him and getting him like just dogpiling him. He's bigger than you, but you're definitely you're spunky and you feel great and you're fresh for the fight. And so you're sort of locking this guy down.
Let's
and,
go.
And he can't seem to get like purchase anymore. So the last person to go is Aid.
I'm gonna put my gun in his face.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Okay. If you want to take the aim action so you don't hit Jacta.
Yep. Will do.
Okay.
That's just enough to hit. I got 5.
Yeah.
And I got 1
His
6,
defense is
so-
currently 3, so yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna shift 1 6 to damage.
Okay.
2d6. And nothing. So that's just 7
7
armor
damage.
pen 2.
Pin 2. Yeah, you do D3 shock, actually. You can spin glory for damage.
Do we? I don't think we have any more.
Do
glory.
it.
Yeah, you have like 2 or 3 glory right now.
What? Where are we counting this?
Yeah, well, I've been keeping track of it mentally.
Oh, yeah.
Because
no,
you guys
gladly
haven't been.
spend the
You
glory.
guys haven't been. Yeah, I'm not on Roll20. I can't show you guys
Right,
because
right.
of because it's eating too much resources on my computer. So
Yeah, I'll spend a glory to
Okay.
add my ranks to the final damage.
yeah,
which
well,
is-
you add 1 for the glory, period.
Yeah.
And then you add your rank because that's what your special ability says. And you basically
Which is-
just lodge and you go boom. You just charge it just a hair more than normal, and it goes straight up into, because he only had like 1 wound left. That's why I was hoping you did it, and it fires and it vaporizes basically part of his face right the hell off, like it doesn't exist. And
Ironic.
yeah, and then he just pile of meat just slabs down onto the ground.
My friend.
Hey, you're like, yeah, told you, like you feel great. We're out of combat, everyone.
Huzzah!
I'm gonna lean against something.
The,
I'm gonna sit down.
The pile of meat that you just made.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down on that pile of meat that I just made. Just something.
I feel good about everything forever. I'm gonna go
Forever.
for a run. I'm gonna go for a run around the hadlock, around the outside, do some exercise.
Yeah, you don't see. Yeah, he starts. You just see Bruce start running. Like he's just, but he's got a smile on his face. Like he feels like he's going out for a morning fucking jog.
One too many happy pills.
Juliet is happy that Bruce is happy.
I endorse and enable his drug addiction. I mean, what? I mean, the love for the Emperor.
You can't be addicted off one. Come on.
She
now.
thinks that it was from his nightly prayer that's done it.
But you know he was under the effects of a drug. You specifically know that he's under the effects of a drug.
The drug named the Emperor.
Wow.
All right, so what is I'm gonna leave it there because it is just after 7. We're gonna close it out here. Bruce is running around feeling great. Nothing bad can ever happen ever. Jackda and Aid are beat the hell up, just feeling like a pile of dog crap, and Juliet's like, "What? I was sleeping." So. All right, if I'm gonna get out of here, does anyone want to plug anything before we get out of here?
Nah, I'm a good mate.
I got nothing.
All right. You can find me, guys, at Bioimportance. Make sure to go over to YouTube, subscribe to Simulacra TV. That's where you can find all this and other games there. You can also find me, look up my podcast, Polyhedron. I sit down and talk role-playing games with my good buddies. So, yeah, check us out. Other than that, see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ah.